Medical units, stand by. 30 seconds to contact. 20 seconds. 15. 10. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1.
We got him. Let's go.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Proof of Comics. I am your host, Frédéric Guimont, and Wrangler is nowhere to be seen.
No need.
I don't know what's going on. I'm hoping he's all right. I'm sure we'll get some updates soon. Wishing him the best. But Mr. Chris Fisk is here with me. How you doing, Chris?
Oh yeah, bonsoir.
Bonsoir. Don't let people think this is going to be a French podcast. We're going to lose like all our viewers. Straight from the get-go.
What's with all the frog emojis in the chat?
We got Chris number 2 that says, "That's right.
That's right."
See, you're going to get sued for copyright infringement, Chris number 2. This is Chris number 1's tagline. You're creating market confusion off the get-go, which is not cool. Not cool at all.
I don't know.
Tonight we have a very special guest.
Oh.
The artist formerly known as Young Clippa.
Oh.
And he's nowhere to be seen. I don't know what is going on. I don't think it's very professional to not be here on time. I mean, this is a serious professional comic book stream. It's not like it's not just like killing time here. Why do all the short artists like think they're entitled to be late? What is it with that?
Yeah.
Scribe in the house says, yo, what is up? Propellers. Is that propellers? This is code, right? This is code for something. Serious business here. That's right. Tenkage knows what's up, man. This is
you just copyrighted French me.
Oh shit. All right, I'm gonna owe you.
When we're talking business and you say that's right, that's part of my goblin personhood that you've stolen from me. My people are not a prop for you to use.
Clearly. I'm going to need some anti-septic memes on here so I can use them against you. Speaking of memes, and this one goes out for Tenkage, because we got a special clip just for him. We got our beloved mascot of the show, and I found another angle of the famous clip we like to show. Here we go.
Sabrina und ihr Boys!
started off as a kids show, and they were all men at the end.
Everyone grew up together.
Yeah, God. I'm glad I didn't know about Sabrina when I was like, a teenager.
Dude, I was counting 1987. Everyone in the crowd is like 11 years old. That's exactly the age I was back then. And I had left Germany for 5 years. If my parents had not come back to Canada and stayed in Germany for another 5, I would be in that concert, Chris.
Yes.
Well, you know how the timeline would be different, how things would be.
Well, we'd see a reenactment of that scene from Scary Movie where the chick was sticking to the ceiling.
What is it? Sony. Itachi.
Oh, yeah.
I got
Panasonic Toshiba.
Yeah, I got the clip somewhere. I need to bring it back. It's too funny. Down.
God.
Tenkage says, I was there in 19... No, you weren't, Tenkage. Show me the receipt. Show me the stub of your ticket, because I know you would have kept it if you were there.
Let's see the proof of your zinc deficiency.
Picture it didn't happen. Scribe says, I like when she bounces. Athleticism is to be admired in women.
Remember those follow the bouncing ball musicals? Like those need to come back with Sabrina.
I'm sure Grok could do that like in her life. I got a bunch of clips for fun for tonight. And I think some of them will bring me straight to hell. Like this one here, for example.
Everything's gone. Just everything's gone.
Yeah, everything's gone. Even my lighter and my deodorant. I was having so much fun with them. Best night ever.
I saw that episode of Webster.
Man.
Yay!
That feels so wrong on so many reasons. For so many reasons.
I don't know. I'm kind of down with that kind of humor.
Right? It's like you can't not laugh at it. It's so wrong. It's so.
I mean, they're nature's clowns. I mean, come on.
Yeah. I would have thought Patrick would be here since, like, I'm inking like his characters tonight.
Oh well, hold on. I just got to shout out.
That's right.
We need to get that on the soundboard in case you can't make it one night. I tell you, Chris, the people in this space are ungrateful. They are. I'm going to have to quit CG. It's just there's no other way around it. It's
like a knife in the back. Like a nice butter knife.
You work from morning to night. Of course, morning is around noon in my case. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, the sun is directly above head. That's morning.
Yeah, exactly. You're sweating because not in Canada because it's freaking cold. You get the idea.
Yeah,
I'm trying to complain over here.
Well, my people are very good at complaining.
Right? Have you got any complaints there for this week?
Oh, I could kvet you all day.
Scribe, if you want to hop on, let me know. I'll send you the link. We got a slow start tonight. Let's get no love at all. But it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay, Chris, because I filmed a bunch of clips. I got like this one over here.
I have to do this.
Do what?
We're going to 69.
Beg your pardon?
I said we're going to 69.
Well, like you and me are gonna 69 right now?
Yes. Are you ready?
Is he gonna watch or?
I'm gonna 69 with you too. Make sure you don't fuck it up.
No, he's right. Can't do this without him.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Going back in time to 1969 to save the world.
Oh. The year.
I wonder if the carpet matches the drapes on that one.
All right, Blue. That's some sci-fi shit over there. Very on brand.
Blowing into Papa Smurf's beard.
Yeah.
After low tide.
We got Will here. How you feeling, gentlemen? We're feeling left out, Will. We're feeling like we're left out and abandoned.
Yeah.
I had a guest scheduled tonight. Big guest.
I think there was a hint of racism involved with this.
Yeah,
I think
clearly, like these people just hate French Canadians.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard,
It's like they have no respect for the poutine.
Yeah, he said something about like Canadians don't even know what bacon is. It's just ham. I don't even know what that means.
Those are, first of all, those are the English Canadians. I know what I've heard that racism before.
So he's racist. He's not even directing it correctly. For shame.
This is ignoramus racism.
Oh, that's the best kind, though.
Shout out to Bootlegger. We'll have Chris 2 next week, so it's going to be very confusing.
I know, dude. What the hell's with Gen X parents, man? Why the hell did they name everybody Chris? Oh,
we got a mystery package here.
Hey,
What's
friends.
the
Oh my
right.
God,
Hey!
Badger.
What is up?
How's
What
it
up?
going? Did you come in straight from Amazon?
No, I'm not from Amazon at all. Well, the literal Amazon, yes, but not that Amazon. I had to escape Chinese poachers in the Amazon.
Well,
And I'm here
I'm
now.
glad you made it. I'm glad you made it,
Yeah.
man.
I jumped into this box and it's just full of comic books, you know. And then it had your address on them. So if you're wondering where your comic books went, please and thank you.
Well, I hope you didn't shred them before you read them.
Oh,
they're
no.
most of them are still here.
All right. I hope they're not too soiled from the trip.
No, not at all. Not at all. This place got a built-in.
Scribe says they named me after the rosary beads, lol. Rosario. Is that where that comes from? Well, that's good to know. I got a mystery package for you. Hey. Stay polite there, Chris.
I've seen that one.
Yeah.
Does this start with a stepsister and a dishwasher or stuck in a dryer or something?
Mhm. People are just off the rails.
I mean, that
tonight.
could be a Cronenberg movie.
Oh, God. This is how horror movies start. It's also how porno movies start. Awesome.
Really, depends who comes through the door and when.
I've been hearing a lot of shit about AI the past couple of years. And I think people are not seeing the actual good sides of AI. There's actual value to AI.
Yeah.
And I've got a clip here to prove it. Hold on, let me bring on Rick Nikita before. Got Rick Nikita is here. How's it going, Nick? Rick? Are you muted? He can't even work his audio.
Rick Nikita.
There he is.
Rick Nikita.
Don't worry about. Don't worry about it. I'm doing fine.
Can't you get your audio together? What's going on here, man?
Nothing. Oh,
damn, man! I'm trying to run a professional show over here. People are expecting. They got standards, you know.
That's right.
I heard of those.
It's a package of Chris's package. All right, now calm down. Rick Nikita.
Don't these guys got comic books to write?
So we got a guest coming on, but he's late. He's late. I think he's got a big ego and he thinks he can arrive late, like fashionably late, like those rock stars always do.
WWE
and
entrance.
I'm just not gonna have it. I think when he comes on, we're gonna rip him a new one. We're gonna have to let him know that that's not how you treat a professional podcaster. Clearly, and I was saying there was a wonderful side to AI, and I wanted to share this beautiful piece of art with you gentlemen here and everyone in the chat. So enjoy this little piece.
You shall not fucking pass! One does not simply fucking walk into Mordor.
The ring is fucking mine. Yes, what about second fucking breakfast?
For fucking Frodo!
I'm splicing those into the pirated versions. It'll be a surprise.
So yes, bootlegger, to answer your question, I did take out all the green M&Ms for him, and he smoked them all of them.
Yeah, well, from yesterday.
He is deliberately and habitually line stepping on your time.
That actually reminds me of, I believe it was Van Halen. In the middle of their real fat contract, they had no green M&Ms.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
for a good reason. For a good
yeah,
reason.
yeah.
Yes.
It was actually a really good reason. Like
Yeah,
I thought it
'cause
was
if,
a bunch of pretentious assholes.
Most
but it's a
people thought
legit-
it was good reason. Yeah, and I learned that one. Frederick, did you watch those videos where that was mentioned?
Yeah. I know
That's
it's
probably
about
you got
the
it from,
stage
yeah.
security. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's if you can't handle a simple request like getting all the green M&Ms or whatever,
Yeah, what
then
else
how
did you
can
miss?
we trust you with like the complex shit?
The green M&Ms, exactly.
Yeah.
So they used to wreck the entire room if you didn't get the green M&Ms right. It's like, you know, you get it right next time. Read everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? That was mentioned in an interview I did. I'm a one of the many jobs I do is editing videos, and one of the interviews I was editing was an interview with a pyrotechnician about the largest club fire in America and what went wrong there. And he mentioned that as there's a lot of these clubs, because whenever you go from one club to the next, you're dealing with a different manager and you just don't know how serious they're going to be. So that's kind of why Van Halen did that. And then this was a club where they were not so serious, and then it just burnt place burnt down, and then there was chemical combustion with some of the materials they were using, and I think what it released like arsenic into the air and murdered everybody.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was a very deadly chemical. I think it was arsenic, maybe another one, but it was like just the wrong material attached to the wrong material, creating a perfect combustion.
Speaking of combustion, did you see our new clip at the top of the show? This one is going to send us straight to
Yay! Everything's gone. Just everything's gone. Yeah, everything's gone. Even my lighter and my deodorant. I was having so much fun with them. Best night ever.
Best night ever. Yay!
Oh man, I'm gonna play that one until it gets used up like a VHS tape. Yeah.
Man. Who could have thought that a potato could fry a house?
Well, I think a couple of big people could have predicted that.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a song in there somewhere about like don't mix your potatoes with your lighter fluid. Well, you know, in Germany they actually have a bakery called Brownies and Downies, and the entire waiting staff and cooking staff all have Down syndrome.
No.
I wanted to go there. That would have been like a pilgrimage for me.
Just to rub it in our face, what your people did to our people, Chris.
Just go to San Francisco. You'll find plenty of places completely run by Downs.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's not a big deal to find Downies anymore. Like they're actually smarter than some of the other people. So it's not the shock it used to be.
Oh my god.
Man, I miss Gen X stuff. I miss the 80s when things were cooler.
Oh, dude, yeah. I always flash back to my favorite 80s show. Remember the American Action Heroes Family Matters show?
Wait, what? American Action Heroes Family Matters. Like Urkel, like as a fighter?
No, it was the 80s Action Heroes Family Matters. You don't remember that show? Hold on, I think I got the intro clip here.
On a quiet street where the action never sleeps, boots by the door and a secret they keep. Shades at night, scars that tell someone just crashed through the living room wall again. One's got muscles, one's got scars. One escaped from a jungle war. They argue loud, then save the day, then eat pizza like it's all okay. It's the 80s action heroes, family matters, explosions outside, but love is what matters when trouble shows up. Yeah, they come through, they've got each other, that's what they do. One plays rough, one plays smart, one's got a jungle survival heart. One-liners, flying fists in the air, laundry day turns to a full-on affair. They signed the pact, no fights inside. 5 minutes later, tables fly. saving humanity. It's the 80s action heroes, family matters, grenades in the sink, but nobody scatters. Through every fight and every fall, they stand together through it all. 80s action heroes, family matters, where chaos and love both always matter. Kick off your boots, stay for a while with the toughest family, with the biggest style.
There we go.
Man, a lot of good nods in there.
That ending actually reminded me of a real life event that also involved another bomb, where this dude decided to make like a bomb that was untamperable, and he basically did it, and he sent it to a place that wouldn't let him gamble there anymore. It was like it was a casino, and he put it like on the third floor or something. He got some guys to do it for him, and they spent like days trying to disarm this thing, but it was just so sensitive. He built it to be so sensitive that they were wondering how he was able to transport it without going off.
Oh wow.
And basically their big plan to get the bomb to deactivate it was to put another explosive in it in hopes that when that one goes off, it takes all the components before it can actually discharge. It didn't work though. It exploded. But to this day, they use that bomb design to teach basically dudes that disarm bombs today, because it's impossible to disarm it.
It's
the perfect bomb.
We should send Disney to that class so they could disarm their own bombs.
It was just some drunken gambling guy in Reno, I think,
with a lot of time on his hands.
So
we got Manny Muskets who said, "Isn't Klippa supposed to be here?"
Yeah, what the hell, man?
Who's Klippa? I don't know.
I know, right? It's Klippa's supposed to be our guest, and I just put out a warrant for him. So we got people, we got boots on the ground tracking him as we speak, and we're going to get him.
Okay,
we're going to get him.
Pose. Good for him.
They're triangulating on him right now.
Is he on somebody else's show right now or something?
He better not be.
That would suck so bad.
We're gonna bring him on here, and you know what? He's gonna get a grueling session. What do you call it? What did they want to do to Gina Carano?
Oh, one of those was it pressure, something like that. Something sessions.
Yes, like a Zoom call with
pressure session, stress session.
Yeah,
struggle session.
There
struggle
you go.
Session.
Struggle.
You got to get up on your commie lexicon.
He's gonna come on, and we're gonna bring him on, and it's gonna be a struggle session time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are we gonna do to Gina Carano? I don't know, drill her like an oil derrick. I mean...
Well, we gotta send out a message. You cannot be late on Proof of Comics, Chris.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is you gotta say, you're either here by the 5-minute mark, or you're not here at all.
How about we get a life-sized Pokey from Gumby and Pokey, cut off its head, and put it in his bed? He probably wouldn't even be like, "What the fuck?"
Chris, that is just evil. That is so evil. I will never do anything that goes against you now. I am like in dread fear of what you will come up with. The creativity you have in your devious mind is frightening.
It's like going to somebody's house and leaving a human-sized Duke in the cat box. Make him think there's something wrong with his cat.
Now that's just wrong.
It's like, oh God, what did Blinky do? Or Waffles.
Don't blame it on the cats. Oh, we got a wrangler in the house. How you doing, sir?
What up?
A whole lot of hola.
All right, so you're in trouble, Wrangler. First of all, being late like this is unacceptable. You're setting a wrong precedent. And we got our guest here who's also late. Klippa, you are in trouble, my friend. This is going on your permanent record. Is what's going to happen.
Klippa, you're in the corner with me. Let's go.
That's right. we're keeping you in the corner.
I keep extra dunce hats just so I don't have to be alone.
Okay.
Yeah, he's underneath the super chat thing.
Yeah. Let me
The
move
general
him up, so everyone can see.
Just as long as everyone can see. That's
Yeah.
what's important.
Yeah, we're putting you on blast, man, because you cannot get away with this coming late to my show, man. Do you not
I
know
deserve
who I
it.
am?
I'm sorry, Frederick. I'm going to be taken off a Comics Gator now.
Yeah, I took off your account already while we were waiting. Like, this is unacceptable.
I didn't know you took him off. I thought he made the wrong vote on one of those cover vote things.
Yeah, there was a Rattel versus something
Yeah,
else.
he
and
did
voted
not
for
vote for
something else.
Rattel. On top of that, that shit can't fly, man.
I'm sorry, guys. I've just been having a real bad day. I've been getting kicked around. You know, Vito got positive attention today, so I'm just in a real
Who's
dour
Vito?
mood. It's better that you don't know. If you knew who Vito was,
That's fine.
I'd probably end it all on stream.
That's the same reason
Vito-
I'm the only. That's the same reason I'm the last Cthulhu cult member. I was the only one that's like, you know what? I think I'm gonna wait here. You guys go in. I'm fine.
No. Vito's the guy that's writing the prequel to your book, right?
Yeah. Well, writing is a word for, for typing and then sending to people.
Chat GPT.
Yeah. I think Vito dictates to Chat GPT and then he keeps it on a hard drive. I wouldn't say it fulfills the standards of writing. But it is probably the best thing on his hard drive, if you know what I mean.
What? Some people like clockwise and some people like counterclockwise.
I'm just
God.
I'm just sitting near the river over here, guys. How are you doing?
After that last comment, I'm wondering if I should have just skipped the night.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's
No,
gonna
this
be a
is
real
not going to
depressing
go well.
one.
This is a struggle session episode. We are going to make you guys pay for coming in late. This is no joke.
What exactly is a
Wait,
struggle
this
session
asshole
anyway?
joined your show late? Let's
Yeah, my co-host. Can you believe it? My co-host. This is your influence, Clippa.
I am
I'll
very
let you know.
influential.
Now, to be fair, he's the assistant co-host.
Well, now he's going to be demoted to assistant to the assistant co-host.
Well, this is a draw stream. I brought
is
my
a draw
painting,
stream. Good.
so I'm gonna paint.
All right.
Oh, we got some painting.
We're going to put the pain in paint tonight.
Yeah.
This is probably the worst day of my year.
Oh.
Well,
You
it's
see,
all up here.
Ray Ray is happy. Is a very talented artist. He held a draw Vito contest, and so many people tried to draw this guy Vito, and it was awesome. And then nobody was mean enough about it.
I'm
Nobody
going to
made
ask the dumb
Vito hate
question.
himself.
Who's Vito?
He's just a guy. He's a guy named Vito. I don't want you to know who he is. I'm gonna start Voldemorting him like the Zeros do to EVX. I need to make sure no one ever finds out about Vito again.
He who must not be drawn.
Yeah.
Draw Zombie says, "Don't go to the Leam Lake." I hope you're not next to the Leam Lake.
There's a river outside, and I'm ready.
Oh,
He's in a van too.
He's in a van by the river.
You guys are making light of this, but I don't think you understand. Nothing worse has ever happened to me before.
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
nice.
Vito getting positive attention might be the worst thing that's happened to me since November 5th. And something else happened November 7th.
Oh, damn.
But this is worse.
Shit.
This is worse.
It was very inside.
Yeah, it's incredibly inside. I was hoping you would just move past it faster.
I mean, you keep bringing it
But
up.
I didn't want to break the character bit. You guys have to... You guys have to be the ones who drag me
All right.
forward.
All right.
Because it's breaking kayfabe when I do it.
Hold on.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
We
How's your fertility?
we interrupt this moment of joy because we have just solved one of the riddles of the universe here.
Oh.
All right, let me play the clip.
I was watching Pulp Fiction on a fridge, and then the scene comes on where they're talking about fast food in Paris.
A quarter pounder with cheese in Paris.
And then Jules asks,
What do they call a Whopper? I don't know. I didn't go on a Burger King.
"What do they call a Whopper in Paris?" No results. I had to know, so I left Home Depot and did the only thing that made sense. I hopped on the next flight to Paris. When I was in the air, I had a little panic attack. This movie is 30 years old. What if they don't have Burger Kings in Paris anymore? But I got on the Wi-Fi, and fortunately, Paris is mostly made up of Burger King locations. Immediately after landing, I saw a car on fire, so I knew I was in the right place. BK was closed, so I smoked cigarettes for the night. And in the morning, I headed in to get some answers. The kiosk just had gibberish words, so I just looked at the pictures. And now for the moment of truth. There you have it. It's called the Flame Grilled American Retarde with Cheese. I'm not sure what the translation is, but now we have the answer to the age-old question. Anyways, I gotta go catch my Uber back to the airport.
Yay!
You know, that lifted my mood a lot. I
sorry
suddenly
to
feel
hear that.
totally normal again.
We'll get you back down. Don't worry, Clippo. We don't let people get too happy on this show.
Yeah,
No, it's okay.
Do you have a comic book we could buy? Maybe?
I have a comic out now that you could buy. Hey, you want to play that song, Frederick?
Which song?
It's on my YouTube. If you go to the Clipiverse YouTube, you could play a rap song that promotes my comic book at the end in a fairly lazy, like, sort of manner. Like, I really, threw one line onto a freestyle.
Okay.
I should be penalized for that kind of behavior, but no one's here to hold me to task for anything.
Well, this is already going on your permanent record, so you're getting.
I'm just adding it to the struggle session, Frederick. That way you know. Like,
yeah.
Look at how lazy this song is.
So I got your channel, Clipiverse, right?
Yeah, the newest song on there.
Is it the What Do It Be?
What it do be? You see, Frederick, what it do be is what it do be. Do you know that?
I don't know shit, man. I'm French Canadian.
And I'm completely fagged up to keep up with all this.
This content is not available in my country. Did you get this approved by the Canadian government?
Wait, can you actually not watch it?
No, I'm kidding.
Well, YouTube does have.
That's what's sad.
I was curious. You know, maybe you Canadians can't have good music. That's why you have Drake. I don't know.
Oh, by the way, speaking of which, our
why-
show from last night is not available in any country.
Oh,
It's completely blocked.
What did you do?
What fucked it
Watched
up?
the Street Fighter trailer. That's what I did.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Oh,
Patrick
dude,
did
yeah.
that in
Patrick got
Commandos.
blocked too. Yeah. See, not only does it suck, it's the worst trailer ever. They're actually killing streams because we're calling
No,
out
it's a
that
great
the worst.
movie.
Well, they
It's
know
the
how
best
bad the
movie
trailer
ever.
is. They
The
don't want
movie
you
is
to watch.
magnificent. It's going to make billions of dollars. It's going to bring
Oh,
Marvel
God.
back on the
To be
map.
fair, the
Marvel.
trailer did have like fully copyrighted music that was playing.
Yeah, I use fully
I
copyrighted
bet you
music
get-
all the
I'm just
time.
telling you,
Usually it
that is-
just says I can't monetize it.
We got Corey in the chat. How you doing, Corey? Now we're gonna play Clippa's trailer, despite him being late. I don't know how lenient. Like you're lucky I'm Christian and forgiving.
I am very lucky for that.
But we got to play the rules of the stream first because you got in late. You don't know the rules here. There's very strict rules for this show. All right, let me pull them up. These are the rules for this stream.
There's no crying in the office. If you have to cry, go outside. Okay? And if you're sensitive and somebody hurts your feelings, I don't give a This is not group therapy, so get over it. We're not really mean, but we'll say mean things to you for sure. So just know, if you're crying or you're having a bad day and you've been knocked around, the best thing to do is to come back. Some days just suck.
That is so true. So true. I was
I'm
having a
not
bad
true.
day, so you guys put a
And,
smile
oh,
on my
now you know why I was late.
Suck it up, Buttercup. All right. Let me drop the link to the Fund My Comic. We're going to be looking at the campaign shortly.
All right.
And but first let's have a look at the artist formerly known as Young Clippa.
Yes, just Clippa now, you know?
Yeah. 'Cause he's
I've grown. I've matured.
He's not
I've
young
mellowed out.
anymore.
So he's old Clippa.
He's the more
Not yet.
mature Clipper.
That's
Middle-aged
a different
Clippa. Yeah.
I will get old one day. Let's address some shit real quick. What it do be is what it do be. I used to travel with a crew like Scooby. Now I'm on a back porch puffing on a doobie offered to me by a bitch with big ass boobies. I am rude, mean, okay, so sue me. I'm in a good mood, but we're in a bad movie. I'm trying to sip a smoothie, quit the attitude, please. Glad to be free of the golden hand jubies. Sex appeal do leave, not artistry too clean. Blurt words too bleak, everybody cries. House set at peak, everybody lies. Get the fuck
Not as
about
much
my
as me.
life. have a comic out now that you can buy.
Here we go.
Oh, pictures.
You see what I mean about it being really lazy? Like that had nothing to do with the comic book.
Can I ask you something? Can I ask you something?
I'm a hack. What's up?
Hey, do you voice act? Because I need like somebody with the perfect 16-year-old boy voice. And
Yeah, I can do it. I can go younger if you want.
yeah, that's fine.
How young?
James, how do you glaze someone at the same time that you burn them? That's the only you could do that, James.
Now, first of all, I'm not trying to burn anyone. You take offense to that, that's on you. I don't know what's happening in your life.
I'm not offended, but I'm worried if I sound like this, Vito will want to touch me.
Well, you know, there's a lot of risks in life. You just got to take them sometimes.
So
Okay, I'll get in the van then. Thank you for telling me that.
Just
I'll
speak
take
loud and clear into the microphone. Will be good.
How about you boys? Scream
There's a
real
place
loud
for
into
being
my
in
ass.
show business, Riley.
Now, I actually do.
Rick.
Now, I actually do need somebody who does a good 16-year-old boy for an audio play. So reach out to me.
I mean, yeah, of course. I would love to voice act.
There you go, man. Hell yeah. Put you in the credits and everything.
And am I sharing something? Is this not working?
No.
This is supposed to be a professional show.
When?
It's always James. Did you not get the memo?
No.
God
Okay,
damn it!
What are you
Riley.
talking about? I write the memos.
Well,
professional.
did you
I just
not
thought it
send
was very
yourself the
French.
memo?
Nah, I lost it with the TPS reports.
Oh, I can't. I gotta unshare. Why can't I share my screen? This is not very professional.
Technology's hard.
What's your comic book about? How about that? What's going on?
My
there?
comic book, SuperKillers, is about Sam King. He's a multiverse assassin, and his job is to kill superheroes, like paragons of different universes. Not just any superhero, but the superhero, in order to cause the universe to implode on itself and unplug itself from the multiversal stack. Think of the multiversal stack as like a power surge protector strip. Okay. And if too many of them are plugged in at once for too long and energy is necessary, and more energy is necessary than they can access, then you have a big problem, right? So what you have to do is you have to keep it clean. You have to occasionally delete some universes, unplug them as it were, and make sure that those energy resources are still there to maintain life on various planets. You know, think of it like God, like God's powers. That
And
energy.
the superheroes are the anchor beams.
Yes, exactly. You know, when Vito came up with this, Deadpool and Wolverine wasn't out yet, and nobody even knew about it. There's a non-0% chance that Ryan Reynolds got this idea from Vito.
Yeah, that's true. Hollywood
There's
is like,
unironically a chance.
because that is very particular.
Yeah. But he didn't actualize it. He didn't act on it. He didn't take advantage of the opportunity he had, aka my beef with Eric July.
I mean, multiversal assassin. You know, they sold me there.
So in our book, he actually kills superheroes. You know, you get to see on the campaign page, he murders the Ninja Turtles. It's one of the previews we have for you.
Yeah, I got to scroll that down to that. That's actually everyone likes that part. Now, as a Frenchman, am offended by this censorship over here. This is this is unacceptable.
Well, it won't be censored in the comic.
Well,
that's good.
Just
I'm only half offended.
censor. This is a Christian website, sir. Okay.
Do you not know that women's breasts are God's creation?
Mommy milky. No, I get it. I'm just saying that nudity is exclusively in the comics. You have to spend $35 to see.
Well, that's a good selling point. I think you should go run.
It's priced like an OnlyFans account. Anyway. $35 to see her tits.
How did you get away with putting the Ninja Turtles in your comic? Explain this to us.
Because I can do whatever I want. This is an interesting topic, actually. I can take you guys down a fun conversational path.
Yeah.
The answer is I can do whatever I want, and the only way you can stop me is if you fucking kill me. Like George Carlin said, that's how rights work. Do you guys remember the dad who was told by Marvel. I don't know if you could look this up and maybe pull it up, but there was this guy who put Spider-Man on his kid's gravestone because he was his kid's favorite character.
I remember that.
Was he cease and desist or whatever? What happened to that with that exactly? Like
that was insane.
He was told to remove it. I think he did it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I would have chained myself to the fucking tombstone and said, "Do it, bitch." Like, let's have your PR nightmare, you stupid motherfuckers.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to do what people tell you, actually. And
there you go.
And laws are not preventative either. They're punitive. They're like they punish you.
Yeah.
They're not preventive, so they can't. Basically, the answer to the question is yeah. Like I could put Batman in there. I could do whatever I want. We have Superman, Green Lantern, the Power Rangers.
Oh shit!
Well, this is a parody. This is a parody comic to start with, so you're working under the umbrella of parody.
I mean, that's just something we're saying for legalese. It's actually just an unironic continuation of the franchise without Vito's permission or involvement, and he can't profit off of it. But if we call it parody, it's harder for him to do something about it.
Yep.
We're being very honest today.
We got Aaron from Immortal Rising. How you doing, man?
What up, Aaron?
Hop on board. If
You know, if you were to ask me a week ago, the answer would be yes, but we got our congested turd guy filled out. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, man. You got to get in. You got to get up early to be a voice actor. Manny Muskets asked, "Do you need someone to sound like a congested tard?"
Oh, Manny's awesome. He's got one of the most interesting British accents that you'll ever hear.
Oh, well, if you need a British congested tard.
Oh, he does not sound British.
He does not sound British.
No.
Oh,
That's fine.
okay.
Well, he moved here as a baby, so he's got this very weird, or maybe not baby, right? He moved here as a child, so he's got this interesting mix of sort of that European and the Eastern accent. He's a comedian, a stand-up comedian in Philly.
Well, I moved here when I was 4 years old, which is practically a baby.
Where'd you moved? Where from where?
So I was born in Germany.
Oh, okay. I knew I liked you.
In 1970, that's just richtig, meine Freund. And in 1980, I moved back to Canada. My parents followed along, you know.
You speak German then?
9. But
that's awesome.
Wait,
no, you said no.
Jawohl.
Hold on. Do you speak German or not?
Nein, das ist nicht richtig, mein Freund.
Okay, and you can understand German then?
Ein bisschen. So
I don't speak German, so this bit's working.
Here's what would stay. If I would have stayed in Germany 5 more years,
he would have become a pussy.
I would have been in this show right here.
Sabrina und ihr Boys!
Das ist geil.
Yeah,
come and do titties.
The reason it intrigued me so much, right, is because I've always really wanted to listen to Hitler, but I'm a real elitist about the English language and its particulars, so I pay attention to almost every aspect of someone's speaking, their cadence, their vocabulary, their vocabulary in relation to their lexicon, maybe regionally or whatever. And with Hitler, I can't just listen to fucking translations. Like that'd be like watching an anime dubbed. And I can't necessarily trust what's written down to be true either because of the nature of the topic. So I just can't get into Hitler. Is that
What is it? The
Wow.
subbed version of Triumph of Will is better than the dubbed version.
Right. Well, I don't even know. Like, I'm not a native German speaker, so I'm not really interested. Like, my interest waned, I guess. I used to really want to be into Hitler. I was like, wow, it'd be really cool if I was like a Hitler guy, and I could never make the jump. You know.
Listen, you got to make an effort. You know, the great things in life don't come easy, Riley.
No, I mean, maybe I could learn German, right? But then what? Like, just for Hitler? Maybe if it was.
Yeah.
Maybe if there was more I was interested in, but I feel like
you look at German today. You really want to be affiliated with that? They don't even got a carrier group.
No. Well, he's not affiliated with the German of today. That's because he lost the war. The German.
If you're going to learn Germany, there's affiliation here. If you learn German, they still speak that over there. You got the connection. You got to be careful with that.
This is all Chris's fault.
Yeah,
I'll say I've never felt closer to Hitler because I'm painting while listening to German.
That's good. No, that's good. That's good. I mean, you're doing the first steps. Let it come naturally. Don't rush it. Don't force it.
Yes.
You know, just let it happen.
Do it.
Just let it happen.
And I'll come to you if I need any help with my Hitler journey. Like,
Das ist gut, mein Freund. Yeah. Schnell. I got to change my ice pack on the so my computer doesn't melt. So you could keep the show going, but don't say anything clever or funny while I'm gone.
Oh,
of course not.
Well, it hasn't happened so far, so people.
Bazinga.
Yeah. Rammstein.
Do you guys draw?
Do I draw? No, that's the
I
one
used
thing
to draw.
don't do.
I used to draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, who drew your comic here?
Ray is happy. This guy is a traditional artist of great skill. He's an impressionist landscape painter. He can use multi-mediums. But we thought, well, why don't you just scribble some shit and watercolor it?
Yeah.
What if we did that?
One does.
And look how awesome it is. It's so alive.
Yeah.
There's a real palpable energy to his line work. And to his cartooning, and that's something that I've observed. Obviously, I'm sure that you guys have as well. With the best artists, is that they get to a point of realistic art where they are able to cartoon. Like look at when Ethan does Under Pantaclaws, or this this Sturgis he did.
Oh, on the mug.
It's identifiable from this distance, even because he reduces a Sturgis. Like, what is a Sturgis? You know, he reduces this little rat-faced freak into all of his principal like line moments. You know, just the very most important parts of the caricature. So great artists can do that, and it's also how they're good at like sequentials and stuff, right? Think about what he's doing with the line art on this cup. Taking away everything you don't need to tell the story of what this image represents. That's how you do good sequentials too. You're like basically picking frame to reduce it. You're picking frames from the movie in your head, and you're picking only the ones that tell the story without any of the extra stuff that everybody else would add. Or, you know, you don't need 73 pages in a diner like SuperKiller, the prequel to SuperKillers has. Instead, you could have this one panel you're looking at, or page rather. This is Sam going to kill the Ninja Turtles, right? Or a Ninja Turtle. He's poisoning the pizza. That's all communicated without words right there on the paper. And then he goes and meets Vito back at the office. Vito Talenti, by the way, not Vito Gesualdi. Legally different things. But only legally. No, not only legally. That's not even true. Because Vito Talenti has whimsy and joy, and Vito Gesualdi does not. So that's the difference there. Sam's supervisor, Vito Talenti, is like a send up of Vito. Probably the only part that I would say is a parody.
Oh shit!
Because we're kind of making fun of him, and he makes Sam worse at his job. In the panels that you're looking at, what's happening is that Sam was sent to kill the Ninja Turtles. But he was only given one photograph of one Ninja Turtle, Mikey. So he kills Mikey and then comes back to the office and he's like, "No, you got to kill them all." Bottom panel, they're at Michelangelo's funeral, and he steals the Ninja Turtles truck. and Frederick would have to scroll down for you to see the impact moment. But he's going to take their turtle truck, one of the most hideous toys I've ever seen, by the way.
Yeah.
Because that's how you kill turtles. You run them over. They're roadkill.
Road rage.
In Vito's original premise for like Super Killer, it's Sam fighting a gay Superman send up, and there's an evil Batman at the end who's like the post credit scene. I'm like, wow, that's so hack. So we decided to take his premise and try to really expand on it, make it fun, create some interesting visuals. I don't know. Do you got any questions? So I'm not like a comic book pitcher yet.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, I definitely like the idea that you're not going with just basic traditional heroes. When you hear that term, hero, that we're actually facing off against something like the turtles here. When I heard superhero, I thought, he's probably going to take out stand-ins for popular superheroes, the Flash, Spider-Man, and the such. I'm sure you guys would eventually get to those if you haven't already. But I like the idea of going after the
archetypes.
The archetypes, yeah, going after the turtles, going after the ones that are just not your traditional superheroes.
Well, and the reason I insisted, sort of the editorial mandate I bring to this, one of them was, let's do the Power Rangers. And Johnny wanted to challenge himself with a writing task. So in Super Killer, Sam's gun is supposed to fire 3 times. He fucked up in the script, so Sam shoots the gun 4 times, and Dick Masterson pointed out and made fun of him on Biggest Problem. So Vito decided to have his artist who he's abusing, who's like working on the second book now, go back and for free like fix the first book. That's part of the reason it's not out. And so he's doing that because of little errors like that. He's having Eric Weathers, and I'm sure he's paying him for these revisions. He must be. He's having
Pokemon
Eric Weathers
cards.
go
I
back
heard. Yeah,
and change stuff. So even the dialogue from the original first issue of Super Killer is still being worked on. Johnny Rocket wrote our script in like 3 weeks. He just put his work into it and wrote this comic book. And it took us like 5 Discord calls to put this book together, guys.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that because we don't get a lot of people who are like kind of on the producer level. Usually in the indie space, you'll see artists doing their own book because they don't need writers. Let's be real. Right. And then you got writers who have to, Chris, I'm going to call it out, as an artist myself.
I'm going to hunt you for sport. Yeah, that's messed up, man.
Yeah. And, but Riley's coming in from a new place where you're kind of like producing / editing the book and you're kind of overseeing the project. Could you give us a little bit of overview of what that's like and how you got the idea to kind of all put this together? I'm trying to sound like a smart PBS interviewer here, Chris. You're not helping.
Well, I'll say Ray came up with the idea, and here I can show off some original Ray art to strengthen this presentation. Ray came up with and just kind of started memeing into existence, like, "Oh, Vito, you should hire Johnny Rocket," because Ray had done the Maniac cover for Johnny Rocket. So Ray was saying, "You should have Johnny Rocket write Super Killers 2, Vito. That's what's gonna make your reputation bounce back and maybe give some consumer trust, And the premise that he went with was I should project manage it so that people trust and believe that it's going to come out. Well, Vito didn't like that. So after months and months of Ray kind of like joking about it, kind of not joking about it, doing a little doodle here and there.
So that's when you realize you didn't need Vito to do Vito's book.
Right. Here's the art specifically, and I have the physical of it because it's the inception of this.
Oh, I saw the color version, but I never saw the black and white version.
All right.
Yeah, and it is black and white. My camera is black and white, but so is this picture. SuperKillers, it says on his shirt. SuperKiller 2, written by Johnny Rocket. So this is where SuperKillers came from. This is the idea. What if we did SuperKiller 2 without Vito? Because
Ray was very very detailed with the microphone. It's the exact same microphone that Ray uses as well. They both are using the same microphone, which is sus. What other affiliations do they have together?
Interesting.
It's the same person.
Now, actually, you said this book is for sale. Now, if I were to buy it now, is it going to ship now, or is the campaign still going on?
It's a campaign. Sorry.
Okay, when's launch?
I mean, it's still for sale. I don't.
Oh yeah.
That's what the campaign
James is trying to ask
selling you a
when is
comic
the
book?
final book coming out? Is
July. We're sending it this
July,
summer,
okay.
July 4th. Free shipping for Americans. Okay.
Nice.
I love
like that.
Americans.
Now, what's base price? How much do I got to pay to get a copy? of my book?
Sorry, Frederick.
Well,
The book
35,
is.
okay.
Well,
the book is
we might
35
become a state by then, Chris. Okay, we might become the 51st state.
Now, this is a graphic novel.
Don't get your hopes up.
Oh wow! Look at
Look how
that.
good Ray is. This is the pit homage he did for a shirt for my shirt store.
That looks awesome, man.
Yeah.
Now, is this is a graphic novel, correct? SuperKillers is a graphic novel.
Like it's 41-page comic book. I guess you could call it a graphic novel. I would be reticent to call it a graphic novel. I think it's just a jumbo-sized comic book.
41 pages. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
41 pages of story. Okay, we don't think we
Gotcha,
can print it at odd numbers.
Yeah, it has to be multiples of 4. So
There's someone out there who thinks that Ray thought that, and they think that they taught Ray otherwise. Isn't that?
All you have to do, Clippa, is just print a 40-page comic and have an extra sheet of paper that you slide in there.
Well, hopefully, the Vito
ad.
Arts
Throw a nice
Contest
ad
Award
in there.
winners will go in there.
Yeah.
Hopefully, some of those will go in there because that's a conversation Ray's got to go have with those artists now. But the Vito Awards, they were today, the draw contest, and Ray selected a few. There were judges. EVS
Yeah, we have an award winner in the chat in the name of Katie Did. So you won an award, Katie, I hear. You're going to get your own Golden Vito. Congratulations.
Yeah, no. Critical Blast, like Katie said, we'll be doing the fulfillment on our book. Critical Blast makes the Maniac. So that's who we're going with.
Nice.
This is Ray's first sequential art comic book. It is my first comic book. And
he's
we hope
very
you'll
talented,
support
man.
it.
It's very impressive. He's also doing the colors on the originals, which is rare that you see that, especially in the West. Like that's, it's kind of typical with, in the talented part of the world, the Europeans, all that.
Really, you guys paint your papers still and like draw like
the Europeans do that. I mean, I'm in the West. I'm in Quebec, so it's like we're kind of almost European, but not quite. But yeah, they're still doing like traditional watercolors, all that stuff. That's I've never seen it from an American. So to see Ray come out and do that, it's really cool. I love it. I think the Indies men are tending more and more to the European way of doing things, but not because they're taking inspiration from them, because they're not even aware of them. It's just like a naturally organic occurring phenomenon.
Okay. Hey, I gotta ask you, did you read La Transpierage?
The what?
La Transpierage, Snowpiercer? Did you read that? It's your language.
No, I did not read that. Isn't that a movie?
Yeah, it's a great movie by Bong Joon-ho, but it's my favorite comic book movie because it's a French comic.
Le personnage, I think.
Whatever it is.
Really?
The train. The train.
The train.
Okay.
La Transpierage.
France, bande dessinée. Let me just look it up. No, I haven't. I'm not aware of that. Why is it your favorite? Oh, Le Transpersonnage. Okay, here we go.
La Transpersonnage. Okay.
Okay, it's science fiction, post-apocalyptic by Jacques Loeb and Jean-Marc Rochette. Okay.
Have you seen the movie? The movie's really good. So it's my favorite comic book movie.
Yeah, I seen that one, Snowpiercer.
Yeah.
No, I'm not
and
aware of that.
Everybody dies
Yeah,
at the
so-
end. They get eaten alive.
Ah,
by a
spoilers, James. God
No,
damn it.
no, it's
now I
it's
don't
the
need to
unofficial-
buy it. Oh my God. See what I have to deal
They get
with?
eaten alive by a polar bear.
Well,
it's,
the
no, it's the
movie's
unofficial. Oh, sorry.
no, the movie's not anything like the comics. You could probably read the The comics like the TV show. There's a Snowpiercer TV show where they do more of the trained detective thing. So
I'll have to check it out, man. So you read the comic? You're a fan of the comic or just the
yeah.
Okay.
The comic's okay. I mean, it's one of those things where like the story is better than the art, and the story's not as good as what it would go on to be in a different adaptation. Because I am a fan of adaptations. I think what's another really good example of this? The 8 show on Netflix was like a pretty shitty manhwa, and when they adapted it, they made it really good. If you look up the 8 show or Money Game, you'll see what I mean. It's in that wave of Squid Game clones. But the show,
I want to share the cover for the Transpersonnage before.
I do like the fan theory in Snowpiercer that's just a future version of Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, Mr. Wilfred.
Yeah, it's a pretty good theory.
Yeah.
La
Interesting.
Transpersonnage.
Le Transpersonnage. Yeah.
Les Transpersonnage.
Rachel Loeb. I'm gonna have to get my hands on her. I mean, it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm happy if this appearance did anything. I'm glad that I was able to introduce you to La Transpersonnage.
Well, I'm glad we could decipher your mangling of the name there.
Yeah, me too. Look, I barely, like I was saying earlier, I barely speak English. Okay.
Well, me too.
I can't be learning other languages.
Don't worry about it. I barely speak German, so we're all good here.
But I do wish more people did physical colors because look, the democratization of the ability to make art isn't actually great.
No, I hate democracy.
Consumers. Yeah, fuck democracy. But because you don't want to lose a vote 1-8 with frat bros in Florida State. Like democracy becomes gang rape quickly. What you want but what you want is people to have to go out of their way to learn skills and then apply them. They have to have this pursuit of art, which is the conversation with the great magnet or God or whatever your parlance. That conversation is the art's being created, and then you have a product. When you take out the art creation part of it, you take out originality, you take out inventiveness, you take out mistake. You need all these things to create something new or interesting. And so, this is a long road, but I'll get back to it.
No, I'm liking this. This is what we're all about, man. It's the process. I'm digging what you're putting down, man. Keep
Okay,
going.
cool. So I firmly believe that this communication with the source, as Ray is Happy calls it, or Great Magnet as I call it, that's when art is being created. Then you have a product, and the product will be better or worse depending on the conversation you just had with the source, in my opinion. And so with digital tools, you take away a lot of the struggle that it takes to the conversation that you have to have that leads to a better product. You take that away the more you do it digitally. I'm not saying all digital colors or all digital artists. I know a lot of people, it makes more sense to draw on your tablet so you can upload it through the pipeline, or to color on your tablet, right? But there is a little bit of it that is a time-saving safety net. There are people who ride the undo button, who do not know how to draw, who are formulating shapes, and then they're adding color to it.
And we're calling you out tonight. You know who you are. That's right.
That is not art, not necessarily. And so that to me is why I'm, obviously if Ray had wanted to color it digitally, if that was like a thing he was going to do, then that would have been fine. But I love that he's doing watercolor, and to me, it justifies the price of the book. It justifies your interest in the book. I mean, these are, like you said, this is a book that isn't made like all the other books, there's a sameness to a digital coloring, unfortunately. And I have every book I have is digitally colored, except for the Milo Manara stuff over there. That was colored physically.
Minara?
Yeah,
Minara?
that.
Oh,
yeah,
you got some Duna in there? Gotta get you some Druna.
Gulliver's Travels, I think. Maybe Butterscotch.
Okay. Oh, we gotta get you some Druna, man. You're gonna, you know.
Okay.
What I mean?
Yeah. You know me. I'm a big fan of the female form. Okay.
Whoa. We got
colors are
Corey
cool.
Barton saying digital colors are cooler. Hold your horses now. Those are fighting words there, Corey.
There's definitely a way, like some books should be more digitally colored than others.
Yeah.
But I love that. They're for kids. That's funny. Yeah, no, I like it. I'm doing the kid version of it right now. Watercoloring, because I want to like kind of understand the struggle that Ray Ray's going through to make the pages look like they look on the campaign. It's very fucking hard to do this.
It's hard, and it's dude, like the collectability of these colored pages is through the roof, man. First of all, well, original art always has its value because there's one of a kind. But add to that you've got original colors. How many people do you know have original colors in their collection? Nobody. It doesn't exist. It's all digital. So if you're not buying like Ray prints, or I mean Ray Ray's originals, you're missing out on a one of a kind like colored originals.
We're gonna phrase it like that when we get it on the campaign.
Yeah, and I want my percentage.
Really
I'm
gas
just
it
saying,
up.
you know.
But to go back to the thing about that conversation with the source, I see this in music, which is my special interest. The more that AI, and I didn't want to adopt MIDI for a long time. I just cut samples from real instrumentation and compositions, and I would use those as my shortcut to not being able to have a choir or a bunch of orchestral pieces personally made for me. I would just cut and steal samples like the GOAT Kanye West does. And then eventually I started using MIDI to create my own instruments.
Just for people who don't know who Kanye is, Kanye is the one who wrote the song "Nigga Heil Hitler." So, just
is that what he's known for now?
I thought it was the Gay Fish song.
That's what I know him from. I don't know. Did he do some other stuff?
Amazing! I love it. I hope he's getting banned from all the European countries, even though he apologized. So he's probably gonna have a really crazy fucking rubber band snapback and act worse than ever. And I can't fucking wait.
I thought he was the guy that was known for walking out on a stage when someone was getting an award and say somebody else deserves it more.
Yeah, that's what he's famous for, I think.
Beyonce deserves this award. He's going to be there at the fucking Warlock Awards saying Beyonce deserved it.
I'm going to let you finish, but John Halen has one of the greatest covers of all time. I'll do it, okay? I'll do it.
You better be in blackface when you do it, though.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't do that stuff. That's kind of lowbrow humor. Vito. It's sort of like desperate and edgy. Like when you're out of other jokes.
Right.
You're like, oh, I know. Shoe polish.
Oh, Lord.
But no, I'll let Eric July keep doing the menstrual version of Young Clipper.
There you go.
I don't really have to do it. I think AI is the next step that people in music are going to use after MIDI. Like now that we've normalized.
Oh, it's already here. It's crazy.
Instruments. Yeah, now people.
Hell, I use AI music all the time. I do short story writing, and I literally make like 12 AI tracks that I'll play in a loop while I'm writing. That's built specifically for that story to get you in that mood.
That's a cool use of it.
But of course, I'm not an industrialized. They're just gonna flip it.
Yeah, well, it's that's like a use case for it that is undeniable. I don't think that AI will compete with the artistry of true musicians so much as it will replace it. It'll expand out elevator music to everywhere else. Every grocery store chain is going to have their own custom AI playlist, so they don't have to pay royalties to musicians anymore. Type stuff. That's my prediction for where AI music goes. Is that it's like easy listening. You can create it, customize it. Like you said, you're controlling this vibe, and then you're going to throw those songs away when you're doing the next thing.
Maybe I might listen to them again if they're badass. But
But,
you know, they're for personal consumption mostly.
Yeah.
Shit that I like this too. And another thing that I like about AI, which a lot of people bitched early on, but to me is a good thing, is it's filtering out the people who are entering the artistic industries, if you will, who are just in it A for the money, or B, they don't have the balls enough to let their passions drive them. And when art becomes cheap, it's going to be those people who do it for the passion who remain, and it's going to purify it and rip the art out of the hands of the industrialites.
I actually think it's the opposite thing. I think because Diplo just started an AI music company, the guy who produced like MIA's Paper Planes, he's gonna replace. He's the industrialist, and he's gonna replace every artist that he would have worked with. Like you're never gonna hear Skrillex again. You're never gonna hear MIA. You're not gonna hear.
But as it stands now in most media,
I have a video.
It's pretty much mostly all conquered by multi-million to billion-dollar corporations, and I just see it purifying a lot of, even in the indie space, and just allowing people to produce for passion's sake. And it will be harder to get an audience if
You're
that's
looking
a thing,
forward
like music.
to artists starving. That's a very new take.
No, the thing is not that artists are
yet.
starving, but that it is getting rid of a lot of people who just aren't passionate about it. Like, I think
No, it's not.
big
It's
cripple.
Wait, why do you think that? Because the people who are passionate about it are going to stay unknown, and the people who are like money grubbing, like you're talking about, are going to have instant, immediate access to everything Michael Jackson's ever said. Like all of the notes he's ever hit, or all of the notes Bieber's ever hit, they're going to steal those. They're going to make a synthetic, perfect voice, and then they're going to replace the people with passion who take 4 or 5 years to make an album. Here's a short I sent in the private chat that you should pull up. So we can
My
talk
whole
about
point
this topic.
isn't that you're going to be able to sell it. It's the fact that people who are going to be making it are going to be making it for the sake of just making it. They're going to be producing it for their own heart's sake. And sure, it's going to be harder to sell, and they're still going to have all this shit going against them. But there's going to be passionate shit that's going to be produced regardless of what's out there. And I think it's going to be great.
Just to put,
I think it decentralizes humans.
Just to put context for people who are listening. So for people who are listening who don't know, Michael Jackson is a pop artist that spoke out against the Jews. So just to put you into context.
Do me, how you do me?
James, do you have the book cam set up? Do you have
Okay.
Okay. So Clippa, we have
could we watch the short first and then do your
Of
second?
course. We'll bring up your short because James has a presentation where he does the second half of the show where we go through a comic book and he does his review of it. But we'll definitely have time to watch your short first. Are you sharing it? Where do I?
It's in the private chat.
In the private. Okay.
I'm pulling it up right now.
This is a artist named Prof who's watching Diplo's recent interview about AI, and then he offers his counter perspective. And instead of me, and I agree with what he's saying, and I agree with what he was saying before he said it, but he says it better than me. So instead of me regurgitating it sloppily, here's this source.
Hang on, I'm trying to figure out how to unmute this.
Yeah, and we got Scribe Comics who just outed himself as a hater here, so it's good to know, Scribe, where you stand.
I agree so much. And look, that's fine. Like, not everything has to be like an expression of effort and trauma, but yeah, there's going to be a lot of oversaturation. And just back to your point, it's that I think that the people who are making it out of passion, that spectrum, by the way, ranges from me, who I make music for nobody all the time. Like, I have hundreds of songs I've made that I'm not releasing that are for me because they're not good enough. Because I view myself, every song I release has to be like competing with 50 Cent and Kanye, like, or why are you trying? That's, you have to kind of have a competitive spirit to it. But with AI, they don't have to, because there's no, first of all, you're not going to feel the criticism of making a bad AI thing. And so all these passionate people are going to be like ranging from me to Charlie Puth are going to be trying to make the best songs ever. And other people are going to make an infinity amount of songs. And one of those songs is going to be any one of those songs is going to be more popular than the stuff we're doing and make more money and et cetera, et cetera. I think it's actually going to kind of crush out that spirit of people who want to make music for passion, because you can go one of two ways. I mean, maybe.
Well, I'm also not
artists,
just talking about music either, because I don't know
Right,
the
right,
entire
right.
music thing. I'm only coming at it from my experience, my corner of creation, and I see it taking out a lot of people who are initially in it just to make money. And there will be those. There are always going to be those. But I'm saying that it's going to take out a lot more people.
I don't know
who
how
are
it
in
could
just
take those
for that.
people out, bro. It would
Well,
only give them
it's going to
power.
take out a lot of it. And I've seen it already done early on with a lot of people who sort of, you saw this early on. A lot of people were saying, well, I shouldn't even go into it because I can't make a living doing it. I'm thinking art isn't driven by people simply making a living doing
No, okay,
it.
sure, but
Like,
product is, and product pays for art to be created.
well, I'm
You
not
have to have
talking about product. I'm talking strictly about people wanting to create for the sake of creation. And I think it's those people are going to be there. They're still going to be driven by passion. At least in my corner, it seems to be that way, to a large degree, actually. And a lot of them even creating for the sake of striking out against AI, which I think is also a good motivator, because I started writing for the sake of striking out against wokeness. And it's going to breed at least, I don't have the appropriate words for it, kind of like you do right now, not like,
Oh, I don't either.
tongue-tied. The best way I could say it right now, and I'll probably find better ways down the road, is it's just getting rid of the people who are weak of heart and allowing those who are just got this burning passion within them to rise, particularly within the indie sphere. Because I also see the indie sphere is being pretty much anti-AI, and another thing it's producing, it's creating a brand new market that is AI free. I'm seeing people start to boost their sales by slapping on 100% human right there on the front. So it's going to get rid of some, yes, but it's also creating its own market on the side. The market is going to push back because people feel it. I feel it too. When
I
see
saw that same
AI,
tag at the meat
or
market.
I see something that's AI, or if somebody tells me it's AI, I go from appreciation to almost like I got to scan this thing and find the issues, because I think that's the future of AI. It's lacking that human passion, and I think that maybe not in music. I don't know what it's like in music. Maybe you get share some other music. On my side of the fence, more of on the writing side of the fence, I just see it being a good thing for a lot of writers currently. And maybe you're right. Maybe it's going to completely backfire.
No, yeah,
but
no. From the writer perspective, like maybe it is a different thing that you're observing. I'm pretty sure that that it's going to do the. I'm diametrically opposed to what you're saying in my viewpoint on this. I think that it's going to, but maybe the divide is writing versus music.
It's probably somewhere in the middle, if we're being honest.
Well, in music, it'll do the absolute opposite thing, because nobody like nobody driving their car to work gives a fuck where the music's coming from.
That's
like
true.
most people do not care at all. If I had to spend 8 years making this, no one cares. I'm the only one who cares about the effort I put into my work. It's also like, it's unfortunate, but that part probably translates to writing. No one cares how much time is spent on a book like Cujo. It was 3 days, by the way, on cocaine.
Yeah.
And it just didn't matter that there was no effort there at all. It was just...
Well, it took a lot of money to buy all that cocaine, man.
So productive crop there, yeah. But the art, though, the art was his drug trip. The product was that book, and that's where all the sales came from, right? So keeping both in mind is important. And I think in this video we're watching, you can see like that split where one guy is only thinking of product managing and the other guy is only thinking of art.
Do you want to hit play, Wrangler?
Sure.
Hey, I can get the best voice from AI. I don't need anybody to sing the song anymore. You're not gonna win. Like there's no like fighting AI. There's literally like you have to just work your best to be the best at it right now. You can say you're wasting your time. It's like you're just wasting a year being like, because everybody else is gonna just use it, not give a fuck of what you think.
So according to Diplo, I just wasted around 5 years of my life writing and recording the record of my dreams. The fuck is this dude talking about? Who is this dude? What does he do? What does he make? Diplo was anti-art. He's a fucking product manager. No human should make art no more. It's just gonna be Diplo's fucking ass selling us computer music. I fuck with the vision, dog.
Like you're never gonna be like, I'm gonna choose the artistry and the hard work. You can talk that all you want, and some people will love that, but 99% of people are gonna just want to love like the best product, made the quickest, made the cheapest. That's what the American economy is. You know,
we gotta make a choice right now, y'all. Do you want to be human first, or do you want to be a consumer first? I mean, why would humans ever make art ever again? My bro, it's because art is the process, dude. You don't understand that shit? Life is the journey. Why would I make a painting if I could just tell a fucking robot to shit me something else so I could look at on the screen? Oh, that's great, you know? Because God forbid, what would happen if I love painting? What would happen if I'm a fucked up human being with trauma, super imperfect, who needs to express himself on this earth? I make paintings because they take me fucking weeks, because they take me fucking years. I get the privilege of thinking about this shit instead of my fucking past. You understand what I'm saying? You can see and feel every fucking brushstroke, and you are guaranteed that I sat down and I spent my time on this. And it's the same with my music. In my new record, I spent years on Good Time Boy. I worked with real choirs. I worked with the Laurel String Quartet. I composed music with Adam Conrad. I sat down in the
You can
same
stop
room,
it here. The
met
rest
them,
of it's an
touched them,
ad for
smelled
his
them.
album. It will be a good album out April 24th. A Good Time Boy. But AI in comics is noticeable. Ask PTP. Eric July has been coloring with AI for years. And there's nothing any of you can do about it. He doesn't acknowledge it. He doesn't care that he was using 3D renders at first. He doesn't care that the first two books weren't drawn by anyone.
Dude,
and
he
he got worse because all of the work that he has, like Chuck Dixon doing, you know, like all that stuff gets AI colored.
Yeah. I remember when he did an interview and he said that he did not use 3D assets in the same interview. And then like 5 minutes later, he says, oh, it's all right that we use 3D assets. Everyone uses it.
It's like the Rick James
exactly.
thing.
Yeah. So I'm just
I didn't do it. I did do it, but it's not a big deal. Okay, I did it,
Yeah.
but you
The
should do
lie
it too.
just
Like,
keeps
you know.
changing.
You deserve it.
So for people who don't know who Eric July is, he's the guy that invented bitterness.
Business.
All right. Time to get down to business.
What sort of business do you suppose he is getting down to?
But Joe Bennett's pencils in Alpha Core and Horseman, like they're obviously AI colored.
I remember a Horseman sketch or image that was obviously AI. Everyone was pointing it out because it was a 1-point perspective. Supposedly, it looked like a 1-point perspective.
The one in the
where-
street with the
Well, he was jumping from the sky, and you saw all the buildings with their perspective points towards the sky, but each building had a separate perspective point, which no artist would ever do, because that's the most obvious thing is all your buildings have the same point of perspective.
Yeah.
Only AI would give each building its own perspective point. And that's what they had in the illustration. And people also pointed out like some lampposts had the most complicated, nonsensical tubing to it that only an AI would structure. So it was obvious back then that they were using AI for illustrations.
That's terrible.
Let me try to find these inks that Ray did too. So I can send you a link.
Regarding that video you showed, remind me of two things because I do study radio plays. I love radio plays, radio dramas and all that.
Bro, we got to talk about that
something
like Gunsmoke and stuff.
Oh yeah, all of them, bro. I love all of them, man. There's like thousands of hours. But one thing that they mentioned that that radio playists, if you want to call them that, try to captivate more and send out like all this dramatic energy out because they realized radio, much like how music has become, is what they say is a secondness. It has a secondness about it. It's something that you're listening to while you're doing something else. So radio plays, they do a lot of awesome techniques to steal your attention back and keep you grasped to what you're listening to. And the other thing, was one thing that Brian Sanderson said regarding artists, saying the reason he personally doesn't consider AI art is because the art isn't the art, but the person is the art. The art is sort of their stamp of authority and approval, saying, look at the many years and hours I spent disciplining myself to create this. And this is what my discipline has produced. And that's the art. And I'd advise any artist, slap the terminology 100% human made on your stuff. I guarantee you will sell more.
I mean, but it gets to a point where what you're doing there, like you're counter signaling something and validating that thing by doing that. Like the anti-woke shit stretched the woke shit on 4 years, 5 years more than it would have gone on.
Yeah.
So,
but it is a market in itself, and people are now looking for that.
Yeah.
I
personally think it's hack, but I understand what you're saying too.
Yeah, especially today's economy. The online market where everything is just battling against everything else.
Yeah.
What do you think the percentage of people out there are that actually care how the sausage is made?
Like very little, very, very little.
Yeah, it's the end product.
Depending on the sausage, right? Like Ye's sausage. Ye's sausage.
We're not talking about Ye's sausage over here.
Okay.
Like if you go to the writing
I'm not
sphere-
sucking Dave Blunt's writing Ye's songs. Okay. I'm sucking Ye.
Yeah, because if you go into the writing sphere, it's pretty big. It's pretty big. Like on every major site now, there's almost like a dichotomy between was using AI or completely written by AI or no AI at all. And it's just completely split down the middle. And I think it's different because a lot of writing communities now are online, 100% online. And they very much do commune with each other. A lot of the fans commune with each other. I don't know if that's the same for music at all. So like I said, different dichotomy.
It depends on the fan base. Like right now, a lot of us
Yeah.
are making fun of Drake because he named his album Iceman, and Iceman is a homosexual. And then Ye's new album was called Bully, and we're bullies, so we win. Fuck you, Drake. I'm sharing some of Ray Ray's inks now. Let's see. Let me share the zoom in instead.
This is me sharing the address.
Yeah, I'm sharing.
Are you sharing it too?
Version.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, let me stop sharing mine and share yours. Because sharing is.
I just want to show the little panels, and then we can talk about the perspective and stuff. But people have asked what Ray's stuff looks like outside of the watercolor too, and this is what his inks look like.
Nice.
Yeah, and he's been talking on stream. I've been listening. I love to geek out at this stuff, but he's like, he has to find the right amount of ink, the right consistency of ink to be able to apply the colors on the same page, because it's not a reprint that he's coloring on. He's actually coloring on the ink, so he has no leeway to fuck it up. I mean, any mistake is staying in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, any mistake is staying in there. And that's why I think this comic is going to be... A lot of people are going to sleep on it this first wave because, it's a joke and we're being meta-ironic and making fun of a guy. But also, I think by the time we hit issue 3 or 4 of this, everyone's going to come to see it as a genuinely good comic book that they're impressed by the creation of and the story. Johnny Rocket is very funny. There's 2 or 3 jokes a page. Like on this one, Sam's disengaged. Beck's trying to take her shot at the Rangers. You see the Power Rangers. I'll introduce you to Yurichi on the campaign page in a moment. But you see like the Rangers here fighting the mud mummies and protecting the kid. Instead of putties. And you have Beck here aiming down at them, but she sneezes. This dumb bitch fucking sneezes. Okay, sneezes, her glasses come flying off, and she shoots the laser up in the sky, and the Rangers notice it. So
Sorry. Oops.
It's like here's the characters we're dealing with. He doesn't care because, she's being annoying right now. He's just trying to drink his soda. And she fucks it up after insisting on the previous page that she's got this and she can do it. And he's like, all right, whatever. No, you can't. And she couldn't. And then let me pull up the campaign just so I can move the thing around.
There you go.
Okay. So we have the main Ray cover here. And we are at 78 backers, by the way, of like, we would like to get 100 backers. That'd be cool. That's like sort of our stretch goal here after the $1,000 that we needed to make. We're like, well, let's try to get 100 backers then. So we have Ray's main cover here, which is sort of it's an homage parody to the Power Rangers movie cover.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, instead of the bad guys down here from the Power... Here, I'll pull that up real quick, too. But in the Power Rangers movie cover, you have Ivan Ooze at the top. You have Rita Repulsa and the bad guys down at the bottom, and you have the Rangers in the middle.
Why is his hair solid white?
That's just what color his hair is.
It's an age thing, Billy.
Why isn't your hair white? The fuck is wrong with you? Have you thought about that? Do you consider that maybe you're the weird one?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here. Share this tab instead.
Hold on.
All right, see? Power Ranger movie homage.
Oh, yeah.
I like that kind of thing. You'll see that here when I show you the next one.
Yeah, I like the little robot as well. Like it's like the sidekick kind of energy to it too.
Yeah, like a Herbie or an R2D2, but he's a real mean little piece of shit. He takes a glee in the destruction of universes.
He's more like Bender.
Yeah, he's like a Bender. Yeah. He's really happy to help Sam destroy universes. Beck, of course, in her pesky morals, she doesn't want to kill children and destroy the world and, a bunch of crybaby shit. She's always telling Sam, like, oh, do we really have to put these kids in danger? Like, bitch, the whole world's going to be destroyed if we succeed. Yes. Fuck them kids, Boom Studios Power Rangers. Here, this might be quicker to just hold it up. I have it next to me. This cover by Ebi Canales is a reference.
Hold on, let me stop the share for a second. So bring you back in. And then we're going to go to James's comic review after this.
Oh, sweet.
That cover... Oh, I've turned the light on. Hold on.
You're still in black and white, too.
So that cover is a reference to the Boom Studio cover convention of holding the helmet. I hope you guys saw the helmets.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it was too dark for you to see the helmets, but
it's a little black and white. But it's
there's like a cover. It's just like a cover convention where they're holding their helmets like this.
Right.
Studios does the Power Ranger stuff.
Okay, gotcha.
I had it on my short box, and I was like, well, it'd be cool if Yuichi, the Red Ranger, was squeezing Artie like that, like about to hurt him. So that's what that is.
So we got Ray in the chat saying LFG, which is probably code for something. Ray, you have to clean out your keyboard. Your G letter is getting stuck, and it's going out of control. You have to clean those keyboards. It's like Corey's the same way. It's like his keyboard is so cruddy, the letters keep repeating all the time. These people.
So we have a Vasilis cover we have not revealed yet.
Oh, when are you
Keep
going to
an
do
eye
that?
out.
Oh, you're waiting for the cover to come in. Okay.
I said we haven't revealed it yet.
Well, I'm just retarded, so
You can say whatever you want about it.
Don't be
I'm
racist.
saying we haven't revealed it yet.
Ray says, I always go deep to the G. Ooh, yeah.
Gotta hit the G spot on the keyboard.
All right,
The only
Patty
G
Q's
spot I
here.
could
Show's
hit.
over. Patrick. Hail all. I've been listening, but working. Right. So you haven't been watching me ink your characters all evening, Patrick. Just go ahead and say it. Just be candid about it. putting all this work in. He doesn't care.
You know,
Doesn't
speaking
care
of
at all.
friends, we have Vito here. He's a good friend. Surprisingly, he's not in the chat. It's the first show I've been able to go on in months without
I'm
him
telling
coming.
you, we're the most
in the
underrated CG show there is.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, look,
Almost
Sam.
stealth.
Sam has to answer to this fat moron. This fat, hungry little goblin type person who sits in a chair all day and uses a little robot to fly around the place and talk and
I don't know
annoy
why
people.
you're talking trash about this individual. He seems very caring towards his cats.
He cares way towards his cats. Actually, this guy does not molest his cats. That's another thing. Vito Talenti and Vito Gesualdi. Vito Talenti does not molest cats.
Well, that's he's got something on the other one. Allegedly.
But he's Sam's supervisor, and he's always fucking it up for everybody. And then Target 41 is the whole Power Rangers team, but we have them represented by their leader, Yoichi. You'll notice he's a little Japanese. He's very Sentai because he's a Japanese foreign exchange student who's a member of the Power Rangers. And he's a little more aggressive than the other ones. The other ones are sort of your run-of-the-mill, wholesome Power Ranger team. And this guy, he's our favorite character. He has killed more monsters than chips have been eaten by Vito, like it says here.
Whoa.
And you got to imagine that's a lot of fucking monsters. Here's the meta narrative. Vito, like I showed you this piece earlier, Vito told us to make a comic.
Yeah, the original inspiration that kicked off this whole thing.
Yep. And then we shout out, of course, on the campaign page, the independent media revolution is Comicsgate, guys. After decades of being on the outside, creators like Vito finally have access to knowledge and tools that allow him to rival the mainstream media companies. We're not sure why he doesn't try. Right now, other hardworking independent creators are slowly taking over the world of books, movies, music, and more. Such heroes include Ethan Van Sciver's, Finn Stoffels, and Patrick Quinlan. We have Butch Killian here, Elephant.
Wait, you quoted Patrick Quinlan in there?
Yeah, Patrick, dude, River of Blood goes hard. And, you know.
It's true. It's true.
This is really where Patrick's like hitting his stride, I think. As a project manager, you know, as a creative director over the art and the way that he's pitches his story now. Because you can tell this is my first comic by the way that I can't talk about it yet. I don't know how. Patrick has smoothed that stuff out. I think he's earned his place on my comic book.
You're doing well, man. You're selling the story. You're getting people interested in it. Definitely.
Okay. Good. We, if you look through the pages here, they are sequential, by the way. So this one picks up after SuperKiller, the prequel to SuperKillers ends. And that's, if you want to know Beck's backstory, like if you want to watch her talk about herself in a diner for 60 pages, then by all means, pick up a copy of Vito's book. But if you'd like to see somebody kill some superheroes, you're going to have to get ours.
Yeah, I don't think you're selling. I don't think you're selling Vito's book as well, though. You're gonna need to.
Oh, gee, oh no.
I'm just giving you feedback here.
If anybody out there wants to know what Patrick's all about, all you have to remember is this:
He is not an agent of the CIA. He is a writer of comic books.
Jawohl.
Here's that turtle page where he runs over the turtles. In Vito's comic, Sam said, we tried to keep this, like, here's my role in it, trying to maintain the canon. I'm like the canon keeper, okay? The Rippaverse had a very specific focus on canon.
You're like the Saska sisters of the Clippaverse.
Oh, that's a rude thing to say.
Damn.
But I am the lore keeper. Okay, they're like the me of the Rippaverse. Okay, it takes two women to do the job half as well as I. Okay, half as well, and I don't have to fuck Eric to stay employed. So in Vito's book, he has a gun. And this magic ray gun is a very important plot device. I'm going to guess it's probably Sam's childhood toy. and that's why it manifests as like an important piece of the story. But also Vito actually physically went around and bought all the copies of this toy because I think it was a childhood toy Vito had. And before he launched the campaign, he went and bought all these little plastic red ray guns so that he could resell them at conventions instead of having to produce a toy for the comic. Everything he does is scam artist shit. So
interesting.
This gun here, he has dozens and dozens of plastic copies of that he's going to sell for $50 or $70, like just repainting these $2 toys. Because he's a scam artist, but it would cost $1 million to make his own toys. You can't do that.
Clearly, he's an entrepreneur,
scam artist.
That's right.
I use artist reluctantly, but scam full-throatedly. Speaking of scams, the lunch boxes, the thermoses, the pogs, the pleasure plushies, all that stuff. It's not on the campaign. You just go pick it up right from Vito's house. If you Google enough, you'll find it. You can just go right to his carport. All the toys are free there. They don't prosecute that in California.
Nope.
Barely used. It's under $600, right?
900, yeah.
900.
Well, there you go. You can get $899 worth of toys from his garage any day of the week. He might come out in a bluey shirt and rub nipples with you, but that's all.
That is
really
frightening, though. That is kind of scary.
Pretty frightening. So canon keeping. I wanted to make sure that our book abides by whatever, as much as you can say there is canon in a book that gets revised every 3 months. We wanted to stick to the canon. So Sam's gun is an important part of his missions. 1 shot kills most heroes. 2 kills the ones that are tough enough to survive 1 shot from his gun. And he's never met anyone who could survive 3. That's what it said in the first draft of the comic that I like remember reading. Okay. And so it's important for me that he does only have the 3 shots. Now, here's a problem, right? In his own fucking book, Dick had to make fun of this. He had 4 shots instead of 3.
Oh.
He fucked up in his own first issue of his book. You know how he's fixing it? He's not going to change it to 4 shots. He's having Keter, his artist, this guy he pays pesos in Mexico. He's having him go back and fix SuperKiller 1 while on the page rate of SuperKiller 2. Having him do revisions. Yeah. I think that's a little shady. Vito would argue that it's not, that, he deserves it. He's Mexican, whatever it is. So in our book, the way that I decided, one of the first editorial mandates we had was we have to fix the shot count. It has to matter. There has to be stakes. There has to be conflict. There has to be tension. And you can only get tension out of your conflict if you know the stakes, if you know that Sam's running out of shots or that he has plenty. Like, if he's going to kill 1 little girl and he has 3 shots, that's not a big deal. But if he has 3 shots and he's going up against a team of 5 Power Rangers, he's going to have to think a little fucking harder. That was important to me. Not everyone he fights requires the shots. Like you can see on the screen in front of you, turtles, you run them over. That's how you kill a turtle and a rat. They're roadkill.
Unfortunately, yeah, they're pretty easy to kill.
But say you've got like super suits like the Power Rangers do, or you're like you're a Superman or something, kind of Nexus being like a paragon that's super and powerful, not just conceptually important. Then it's gonna take those shots, and that gun is the only way he can guarantee a kill. Think the Colt from Supernatural.
Yeah, I was just about to ask if this is like exactly that Colt.
I don't know if Vito knows the pull, but that's what I thought when I heard him talking about it. I was like, oh, it's like the Colt in Supernatural. So, because Vito's ripping off the show, the comic The Boys. I don't think he likes the show The Boys. He wouldn't know Kripke's work like that, I don't think. So anyway, it was important to me that we fix that shot counter and make it matter. So What do? Well, we have this first page here. This is Sam and Vito arguing, right? And you have Sam basically saying, you told me there were 4 shots, or you told me there were 3 shots, and there were 4. Like, it would have been easier if I had known there were 4 shots, right? And then Vito, he decides, he goes, oh, okay, and he fixes it for him. Now it only shoots 3 shots.
Very meta.
Well, he makes the product worse. You see how meta that is about Vito?
Yeah.
Yeah. He'd rather make the thing worse in a complicated, exaggerated way that hurts the people around him than admit he was wrong about something. There's a lot of that in this book. The parts that are meta are about Vito Talenti, and throughout our series, we're going to have like stories going on, the B plot with Vito about his time at the agency and like what's going on there, because Vito's book also doesn't mention the agency. You guys might laugh when I tell you this, but he told me at a house party once that this is going to have 100 issues and that the story's like
I've heard that. Yeah, that's ambitious. I get the feeling when you're starting a project, it's close to your heart. You want to work on it forever. But to realize with the time and effort it takes to do an indie comic, it's not like your Marvel comics and pushing these out monthly.
Well, and his excuse for everything wrong with his comic is, well, I'm going to explain it in a different story. Like, this is only the first issue, dude.
Mm-hmm,
it's like, oh, yeah, sure. You think you're going to get more than 3 of these in your lifetime. That's fucking crazy, dude.
Real quick, James, are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm alive over here.
Okay.
Oh, yes. I would actually like to do that. I'm kind of running out of things to say about this.
Awesome, man. If you want to wrap it up, we're going to switch to James.
Yes, if you guys would please consider going and checking this out. Back it out of spite because you hate Vito. Back it because you want to see if it's going to be good. Like honestly, back it if you don't like me. Not a lot of people, all my haters are being very quiet about my comic book. And I would like them to come criticize it because Ray and Johnny can take it, and I'll just implement any necessary like changes. Like if there's really good feedback, you'll see it reflected in future books.
I would say back it because you got like really original, like hand-drawn colors, like hand-colored books. You never see that. I think that's a beautiful selling point.
What else? Did I miss anything? Oh, my friend died. There you go. My friend died. So give me money.
There you go. You heard it here, folks. Thank you so much, Riley. You can if you need to step out, you can step out and say your piece. But if you want to hang around and watch James's reviews, which are freaking excellent, by the way, James gives the layman's review of comics that he finds.
I'm just a consumer.
That's great.
I'm just a consumer. That's why I go and tell people I'm just a consumer here. I've been reading comics. I've been getting into it seriously as a medium to consume for maybe a little over a year now. So still kind of fresh. But Frederick, why don't you go ahead and hit that intro?
Hey, what's missing from this page? The negative space. We read it, we shred it, we tell you the truth. Negative space. Comic reviews.
I sent them an updated one you'll be checking out next week. That's going to blow you out.
I forgot to update it. My bad.
That's fine. But welcome, folks, to Negative Space, the only show within a show about comic books. And today we are actually checking out Terabytes, which I purchased about 2 months ago. And I had to refresh myself on the series because I've read it back then. And some of my opinions changed. So I'm really glad I did that. But this is actually a sort of, what's the word for it? Collection of short stories. The exact words escaping me right now, but each and every single one of these has its own short story, and we're going to check out the covers real quick. This is actually an alternate cover because the initial one was not available. I forget if this was the B or C cover, but it actually looks pretty legit, and this was one of the reasons I wanted to pick it up. We're going to show them all off real quick. This is one of the final issues, but I really enjoyed this cover, which is kind of funny because this is actually one of the worst short stories in here. This will be the first short story collection that we actually check out. So this will be an interesting review all the way through. This is actually one of my favorite stories, and this visceralness is somewhat felt in the comics. I think this actually provides a promise that's not necessarily kept inside the comic. This one I'd say is actually closer to what you're actually going to get in here, and one of my least favorite covers, but at the same time, it's kind of producing that vibe. When you look at a cover as a layman, I want that cover to show me what's inside, to entice me, and for the pages to satiate me. And this is actually one of the few out of all these that does it. And I'm going to get into the reason why that is. The other one that kind of does it for me is this one, because this is the final issue, and you see this huge quarantine sign over the planet, which has everything to do with the actual story. So this is actually a good promise kept. And we're going to get into it straight from the beginning here. Issue number 1. This issue was written by Mark Russell, and the artist is, I'm reading these upside down, folks, so forgive me, Felix Ruiz. Colorist is France Gamboya, and the letterer is Carlos M. something I can't pronounce, per usual. A lot of foreigners like writing comic books. I always say they don't have cable over there, so they got to provide their own entertainment. That's true, folks. First of all, front page, I actually really enjoy it. I usually enjoy a nice splash page, but it shows us right from the start, we're coming down to Earth, and we have no idea what's going on or who's leaving this ship. And I think this is a great way to sort of condense, because like I said, I like a full page of art. But this one tells a nice, quick story right off the back, because these guys were following these aliens. They're actually androids. And one quick thing I'll point out is, though they're androids, none of them actually sound like robots. This is something that I found particularly interesting, because I always like every single character having their own accent. As a short story writer, this is something you learn, to give every character their own accent, their own almost dictionary to pull from. Everyone in Earth has this. These are 3 androids. Not a single one of them throughout this entire thing sounds like an android. In fact, this is supposed to be set roughly 100 years in the future, and the dialect has changed 0 throughout this book. And it's funny that it says 100 years in the future, because a lot of these actually take place close to us. These robots are the ones that we're going to be following, and this is going to be a great way for us to actually measure the separate artists' skills, because they're all drawing these robots. There's a separate artist and separate writer on every single issue.
Oh, they're
of
switching
this.
the writer as well. It's
Exactly. Yes, and I'm glad they do that, because Mr. Mark Russell here is a bloated writer. A lot of the stuff he says feels like he's just adding in extra words to fill up the bubbles. Some of it feels clunky. I marked some pages we're going to get to right here. That's what these are, where we have particular things to talk about. Right off the back, art-wise, I always kind of judge human skin, because humans are in every comic book mostly. And the human skin on this one looks a little bit like putty. We were talking about digital artistry earlier today, and I think that's one thing I keep running into is when we talk about digital artistry, a lot of it, of the skin, kind of looks like putty. It doesn't look too real. Thank you for having me on. We got to do an episode of a nice Clipiverse. Awesome. So we just lost Clipiverse, folks. That's too bad.
Yeah, he went to make dinner, so he'll be watching from the chat.
Perfect. That is, another thing I like about this one is the paneling. It is simple yet unique. Like, this is one whole panel up here, yet look how much storytelling goes into this. You have words, which is another thing heavily not so utilized in a lot of comic books, is you don't see a lot of them really leaning too much on using words as a way of storytelling inside your art, which this one actually does well throughout these pages. And this artist, particularly the paneling, they kind of repeat this whole section of just big up front section and then broken down into 3 separate panels on the bottom. But I think it kind of works with this one, though. As I mentioned before, I felt like the promises on the covers do feel like they're not really delivering well, and that's because pretty much all of these short stories are all about the world ending. That's kind of what these robots in the front are exploring. They're exploring a world that ended. They're coming down here with guns saying we were expecting human beings to put up a resistance, but everything's gone. And they kind of get a plug into, I think, a headset that they find, and it starts telling us this mini story. I actually really like that way of storytelling. Just because every single issue we're returning to these characters here continuously exploring these worlds, and supposedly each of these short stories is giving us a hint of how this world degenerated over time and came to an end. And I like that, but one thing this series does terribly is actually connecting each of these stories together to tell a whole story. The only thing they actually seem to have in common is the fact that they all sort of revolve around AI, the topic of the day, AI. But with that said, I do want to point out something that I should have mentioned earlier that I really enjoy about this is our character here. He puts on a pair of VR goggles. Every single page has this thick black outline around it. Obviously, as somebody who has printed before, you add in sort of a bleed here, what they call bleed, so that way your art doesn't get chopped off by the printer. And here they used that to sort of mimic putting on a headset. So I feel like we're seeing everything that this machine here is seeing as the story continues. And I like this story, but all of them just feel too grounded. Like there's not a lot that happens in here. Art wise on this page, I like it because it tells us what year it is, 2035, and the architecture looks like it. It's not too much futuristic, but if you follow this skyscraper here, you know, we don't really have much like this. That looks futuristic. If we follow these buildings in the background here, kind of see their subtle architecture, it's futuristic and small, subtle details, which it should be. So this is actually a great representation, and overall, I actually enjoy what the artist is doing with this comic.
Yeah, because architecture doesn't change that much over time. You'll have like one or two buildings that'll get added, but the rest kind of persists from hundreds of years.
The overall execution, short of the writing being a bit bloated, and we're going to show an example of that in a little bit, I think is really great. Downside, this entire comic book takes place here, this character pitching this idea, this technology to investors on a stage. The execution is great because we get a lot of different angles from different perspectives and some actual crowd interaction. So we actually break up this guy just trying to sell to people. But we don't get too far away from the stage. Like I said, grounded, too grounded. It's very much just focused around this stage while giving us sort of flashbacks of, look how evil this guy is. He's trying to sell this technology where people put on headsets so that way they can sort of, while they're dying, it inhibits their sensories and it just shows them their life. But that's all this is. This entire comic book is just this guy on a stage, and it ends with him.
No.
It ends with him on a plane, and the plane crashes. Actually, let's go to where our tabs are here, because that's it. It's just him on the stage, this entire comic book. This one I wanted to use as an example of how him being on the stage doesn't take away too much from the overall story, but you want the story to go further away from the stage. This one, it has the flashbacks. It has these dynamic panels that are showing us different aspects of this story, all while he is ultimately in one location. The execution is great. But the fact is, I'm reading a comic book that is just a guy giving a
Steve Jobs presentation. Basically.
Steve Jobs presentation from the cyberpunk hell, essentially. This one I pointed out because this page, he keeps saying the word then and we continuously over and over and over again. And a lot of these fat boxes here are clunked with words. And when I read them, I can easily come up with like shorter phrases and less repetitive dialogue because it's continuous repetition. The characters say that in every other word bubble. And it just kind of drives me crazy. But I also wanted to show off one of the only good frames in here that's not just basically this over and over again, which is a big fat picture and 3 panels. He keeps doing that on a majority of these. Big fat picture, 3 panels. We got 3 down the middle, but a majority of these, you flip to the pages, you're going to get big fat picture and 3 panels. Here, not so much. Good. Okay, maybe I'm wrong because it's mixing it up a bit, but I kept feeling that a lot of big fat picture 3 panels towards the end. But that was pretty much the only real sort of action-based framing that I saw that made me stop and actually, well, this is actually a nice one towards the end. But because this is ultimately what he does. He shows us his presentation, gets on the plane, and dies. Like, that's the entire thing. And the entire thing is, oh no, look, he's got his own headset on, and he's dying now, and he's the one supposed to be selling the
victim of his own like death.
Exactly, I guess. But at this point, when I bought this is the framing here when the plane's going down. Even though it's not the most action-packed, I think this is a great way of showing time passing on, him sort of dreaming in the center what he's supposed to do, and his plane going down. I really, really enjoy this. This is the only one that I stopped to actually examine, which says something, because I like examining art. I like seeing what's there. But most of it, I had to stop and say, no, this is a review. I need to pay closer attention to what's happening. And when I paid closer attention, it started getting duller and duller and duller. Yeah. So, and it ends with just him dying at the end. And I thought this is a good opening issue to a continuing story. But little did I know, I ended up purchasing a bunch of short stories. So when I got to the next one, I was a little bit off. This isn't the next one.
So it doesn't continue the story. It's like,
no,
it's
each
just
one
like,
is its own short story. The only thing you get again,
they're set in the same world. You say the same robots?
Yes, the same robots appear in all of them. This is like the little extra stuff they give you. These robots here. He puts doodly eyes on himself, which I thought was kind of funny. But art wise, it's mostly acceptable. I say mostly because skin, I don't like that digital skin look. This one has that digital putty skin. This cover is badass, and what I just showed you was a guy pitching a technology as a comic, and this is the cover for it. My phone keeps on going off. I'm going to throw it to the side.
Ding!
Yeah, it sounded like you were getting super chats or something. I was like,
right?
wow.
Wouldn't that be nice? The second one I actually like a lot more as a story, and this one kind of threw me off because this one says it was set in 2035, 15 years in the future. This feels like it was set yesterday. First of all, artist, I'm going to turn this towards me as I couldn't read it. Mark London is a writer. Thank you, Mark, because your writer is way better than Mark Russell. Emmanuel Eracoloni is an artist. I actually really dig his style in here. We're going to get into that. João Canola as a colorist, and Carlos M. Magal as a letterer. Color-wise, we can instantly see the difference in the robots compared to the original one. The other one, I should say. This one has a bit more style in it across the board. I feel like this artist kind of borrows a bit from cartoons more, but it has this beautiful sort of grimy color grade to it that I actually really dig, particularly with the robots.
I also just wanted to point this out. Is the first artist a different colorist or the first book is a different artist and colorist?
Yes.
Because in the first book, I'm going to be honest with you, it's very flat. There's not really any shadows and shit.
Yeah, let's bring that up for you.
Like a lot of it, especially like daytime stuff, it looks like this brightly lit room.
That's because it's all in the same room. Not much is happening. They don't go to locations here. But yeah, you're right. There's not a lot of shadows.
It's all stage lighting, right? It's pure
stage
white
lighting.
stage lighting. Yeah,
stage lighting across the entire thing up until he dies, basically, which is this last page over here. Like that's the robots. His death right here.
The ants.
The ants get him.
Go back to the sunset scene with the robots.
At the end here.
Yeah. Just seems very flat.
It does seem a bit flat, yeah. Like you guys are much more on the art stuff than I am. To me, it's acceptable, but like in general, when I compare it to this one just sticks out to me way more. Writing wise, it's better. It's much more kind of fluid.
Yeah, he sets the mood. It's all like green and yellow straight off the bat. It's got this sickly kind of like toxic vibe in the air.
I like it, and I love the color job. all the way through, and the people will go ahead and show
Is
off.
that
some
what they
people.
ordered, for, James? The color job?
The color job, baby. Give me the color job. The people just look better in general. Like, it has a cartoon vibe to it that makes it so much more acceptable. And like you were saying, the other one had lighting issues. This one, the only kind of lighting issue I think I have is the light from the phone. This one, like I said, it's much more grounded. It's kind of takes place in our world. This guy's talking to an AI on his phone, and the light from his phone to me just feels a bit too artificial throughout. But it does good storytelling. For instance, we have their character right up here, kind of in his shitty apartment. We'll come directly back to this apartment, and it'll show us a lot of storytelling changes
So
as it progresses.
Is
Go
the
ahead.
dialogue less repetitive in this
It
issue?
is a lot less repetitive in this issue. A lot less repetitive. But once again, none of the characters really feel like they have their own voice. They all just kind of sound acceptable throughout the board, you know? Which I guess makes sense because they mention that the characters mention that they're all from the same location, so they would talk. This is one I wanted to bring up. I called it the duplicate because we have some sins going on here. I think this is a cool storytelling method, him going to all these different houses. We have a slight different background showing how he's essentially just a delivery
Yeah, it
guy.
reminds me of the car in last
Listen,
week's review.
It's still way more effort than The Walking Dead, where it was
Probably.
repeating panel by panel.
This is the issue I find is not the repeating panel, but there are clear reuse of elements in each of them, particularly the door frames. Let's see, which door frame is it? I think it's this one. Both door frames have sort of like this etched out mold marking on both sides at the exact same location. It's a little hard to see there.
Is it me or the comic, or does everything look like it's got a green filter placed on it?
It's got more of a, this one's actually got a bit of a green filter on it.
Green and yellow.
Yeah. And the door knob has the exact same shading on a lot of these.
It's weird that you
Particularly this
reuse the door because it's the easiest thing to redraw.
Yeah, so the doorknob has the same shading there, and I think it's the same doorknob on this one as well, you can say. And then obviously the same stain on top is on the other side there. So that felt a little lazy, to be honest.
That's weird. That kind of breaks the spell.
Exactly. So I kind of kept my eye out more for that. And we probably got more for that. I don't have the eyes for it as much because I am just a general layman when it comes to the artistic side of things. But I'm sure if he used it once, I'm sure he used it more than that. So that was kind of like a strike for me. It's like, come on, man. You know, we want to see what you can do, not just what you can produce, so to say, you know. But ultimately, story-wise, I think this is a better one. It's much more visceral. It's much more impactful because the first one's like a guy trying to sell something that eventually kills him. This one I like better, and I'm not going to show it all off because I like it better.
Yeah, when you like them, you keep some pages in reserve.
Exactly. And I also like when he's talking to the AI gets its own bubble and its own color. Though I will say he talks a bit too much to the AI because then we start getting this bubble littering the pages, which becomes noticeable over time. So this is nice until this is everywhere, you know? You got to kind of keep it to not a minimal, but balance it out correctly. The entire thing takes place in a shitty town, as you can see, this shit location called Portland.
I've heard of that town. Yeah.
And our main character here is earning money from this new AI that's out that just gives him money for answers. And as it continues to just get answers from him, as it's collecting basic data, it starts asking things of him to go do particular things. And then it ends with a continuous ramp up of the AI asking them, do this for me, do that for me. And it gives him instant cash in his bank account. And it really starts to show. I want to find a particular frame. This is the frame right here. I showed you.
Is the AI a sugar daddy?
Yes, it's sugardaddy.ai. Sugardaddy.ai. And y'all, this is another one I actually really like, is that everybody starts downloading this AI and this woman screaming at her own boss that she's getting more money from the AI. But you look at his apartment up here, storytelling wise, it's clean. He has this large TV here. He's just chilling. He's got a refrigerator on the side. We go back towards the beginning when we actually see him and we look at his apartment. There is no TV there. You know, it's small. He's got a tiny TV and it's all dirty and messy everywhere. I like that a lot. Take me back.
Yeah, the contrast with the location. Yeah,
exactly. And the story conversations are good between him and
the AI is helping him get his shit together, basically.
Exactly. And it asking him to be more and more radical, and then everyone downloads it and they all become more and more radical. This issue, I think, is worth picking up alone, particularly because all these issues are not really connected to each other. So you can just pick this one up by itself. This is the second to the last. We're going to put that there. And I got a lot to say about this one. This one I semi-like because, unfortunately, I believe Mark Russell returns. Yes, Mark Russell returns to plague us. And then Alberto Panciali does the artistry. Pally Wright is the colorist. And Carlos N. Mangual is the letterer for this one. And once again, we're going to dig right into the robots. We can see the big difference here. This one reminds me so much more of like a 90s sort of a comic book job, but compared to the first one, there's so much more minor detail in the buildings that I like here. You can see how it was hand drawn in here, and that's the shit that I like there as a consumer. That's the stuff that makes me stop and start looking at the finer details, is when I can see the cracks in the outline of the world. The other one had a really great color job. This one is brighter and much more I don't want to say vivid. It's got brighter colors, but those brighter colors allow us to see the finer art that the other one didn't. I liked the color style and how the other one was executed, but it had a particular lack of grimy detail.
When you say the other one, are you talking about book 2 or book 1?
Book 2, I should say.
Okay,
the other one, book 2.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah. I actually like the colors in book 2.
I like the colors, but I like the drawing in book 3 more.
Okay.
Because this one, it looks good, but it's so dark you can't see the finer
Is
details.
that the same
here.
robot from the first issue?
Yes, it is. All these robots are the same. The reason he's got googly eyes here, he put them on in the first one.
Did he have a black face in the first issue?
Yes, he had a black face in the first issue. Let's go ahead and bring that one up.
He was wearing the AI,
Listen, I didn't know the AI
VR
robot
goggles,
thing was
right?
Justin Trudeau. Okay.
Yeah, you know what? He didn't have a black face in the first one. It was reversed. He had a black neck in the first one right here. So yeah, it is reversed up here. Though I didn't notice that till now, so good catch, Billy. I just generally like this art style here. It reminds me so much of like just somebody that's continually went over with a pen to get all those little cracks in there. I enjoy that. That's a great way if you ever want me to stop and examine your art, do stuff like that. That'll do it for me. This one is a much brighter comic, and it's got a lot more going on here in the background.
Dude,
than the
this
other one.
gives me like 80s vibes with the colors.
All the way through, and it's very psychedelic at first. I say that because this one takes place in the prison, but at the same time, this is actually another okay one. I say okay because there's something about keeping me in one location constantly that starts to drag me down as a reader. And in the comic book, when you have a lot of visuals, it's nice to go to different locations. The second one took me to different spots. It revisited them again, but it also used that in the storytelling methodology, and it kept it kind of fresh. You go to location A, then B, then C. This one's primarily like location A, then location B, and that's about it. It opens off very colorful, but then it swiftly goes to darker colors. But one thing I enjoy is they actually hit the background with a sponge for a lot of the darker colors that give it a heavy grind. And what I like about this one is it's very, constricted. It's about a gentleman who does not know why he's been sentenced to 10 years in prison. When he gets there, he has no access to his bank. He has no lawyer, and the only way to earn money is to mop for what they said is 3 credits a day. My dogs are going crazy in the background. But this entire thing, it feels almost like a Cronenberg sort of art piece without the gore. And for the most part, I dig the art style, except for one aspect, and that's the character's eyes. I know we've seen this in a number of quick hand sort of art styles, but so much is said through a character's eyes that his eyes are never the same shape from frame to frame, that it starts to stick out to me. I think on this one, is this a good one? Yeah. This one, his eyes are literally, I'm not sure if you can even see them there. They're literally just little dots, tiny little dots. And I didn't like that. You know, a lot of
consistency.
Yeah. Exactly. And you go here in his eyes, a lot of the time they're sort of leaning towards the bottom and they're not completely fully shaped, which it starts to get to me after a while because they're often the brightest thing in the scene now is his eyes. So that pulls away from me is primarily the eyes, art-wise. Writing-wise, I'll say it's acceptable.
Dude, that fucking spider on the ceiling is really, it's a good reveal shot.
That is a good reveal shot. That is a good reveal shot, but this is one spoiler I will give that subtracts from this is the spider doesn't lend towards anything. I hate to say story-wise.
Yeah, but
it's
good.
Is
a good shot. This is
it's the baby from Train Spotting.
Oh gosh. So I want to end it here because this is another decent one. This is a decent, nice short story that's worth like $5.
Nice.
Writing wise, it is written by Mark Russell.
Yeah.
So if you're not too like very if you're not really critical about writing, it's not going to bother you. But if you are, you're going to notice his continuous use of the same words over and over again and just really clunky, usually descriptions rather than dialogue. And it just sounds like it comes off like he learned to write a year and a half ago and is still in the midst of his writer's journey and doesn't have enough people criticizing his stuff. That's an unfortunate thing because overall, it's mostly acceptable, except for some slight clunkiness. It's like rough around the edges and using the same words over and over again.
Oh, I'll be right back real quick.
Yeah. So this one is the shittiest one out of all of them and a comedy is the best way I could put it. All these are trying to be horror. This is a comedy, my friends, because this takes place today. I think it takes place today because they really do very little to separate it other than maybe some high technology bullshit. But the first thing, as always, who's rating it? This is Mark London is the writer, Val Halverson, artist, Carlos M. Magal, letterer again. That's who we're dealing with. A lot of Carlos M. Magal for the lettering, and I guess that shows. These, I think, are actually some of my favorite depictions of the robots. They feel like this interesting mix before age, kind of grimy, and a fair amount of detail put into their the characters. The downside is until the end, I think this is all we really get of the robots. And the entire thing is sort of following these robots, going through all these different locations, plugging into machinery, and sort of consuming these stories as they go. So we're sort of seeing what they see. And I kind of wish we paid a little more time with them along the way, because other than the first one, I think we've only got maybe a single page of the robots. I think the second one may have gave us 2 pages. And I just would like to spend more time with them because they're the continuous characters that show up. But they're only used. They're only used to sort of plug in. Yeah, I really like what they did. And art-wise, really little to complain about in this one, other than what the artist was made to do. Guys, this is literally a Mr. Beast parody.
Mr. Brace.
This is an entire Mr. Beast parody, and I cringed through the entire thing.
Is it not good?
There's not much to say here. I guess paneling. I like the paneling. Good use of negative space, and I like how you just resizing the panels a little bit. It's not too much, but it's something there. Other than that, the writing acceptable. Art-wise, not much to complain about. I think there's a fair amount of detail here. The story's garbage. It's Mr. Beast who doesn't trust anybody running his company, so he creates an AI version of himself to run his company.
Is it like a surface level parody of Mr. Beast, where they're clearly not going to go into the real, you know?
Yeah, I'm guessing because he says he's Mr. Brace. You got to brace for it, and then Mr. Beast in this one starts doing hilarious shit like paying people to go through battlefields to deliver medicine, and if they make it out alive, they get $1 million. Shit like that you think instantly, well, clearly this isn't going to fly. And mind you, they use YouTube. Let me see if we can find how they say YouTube on here, because they say it a number of times on this page. They spell it out with like a huge U dash tube to try to keep it from like saying YouTube directly, but that's how they spell it here. YouTube. And this entire thing is basically Mr. Beast doing fucked up shit for the AI doing fucked up shit to Mr. Beast.
Go back to that previous page.
Yeah.
The sound effects, onomatopoeia, Frederick, just want to make me cry. So small.
Oh, the
Sad
kick
looking.
thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Crack. Yeah.
Kick. Yeah.
Yeah, what
And
kind
then
of
once
sound is
again,
kick?
another comic that just takes place in a clerical location. This takes place all in an office here. And let me show you if they show some of the dumb shit Mr. Beast makes people do, because it's actually pretty retarded. Do you think there's like, that's just even too retarded for a comic book? At the end, essentially what happens is he finds out like this the ending really makes this super retarded. He finds out his AI was hallucinating and just lying to him every time he said it was legal, and the cops come to arrest him, and he kills himself instead.
When was this comic done? Released?
Last year.
Okay, technically,
Okay,
it's not too far off with
I was gonna say, yeah.
What was it,
You ready to see what they make, what Mr. Beast pays people to do?
Yeah.
Here you go. He pays people to get crucified.
Oh no.
That's how cringe this is. Like, I laughed through
edgy.
most of this. I laughed through most of this. Like, yeah, you're gonna put that. YouTube's gonna allow you to put that up, right?
So
And
to be
this-
fair, James,
Yeah.
the Crafton CEO did try to use AI to fuck over the developers of Subnautica out of paying them.
Maybe, but this one's just, in the midst of all these interesting use of machines fucking someone over, this one just came off as cringe. It was a bit too close. I don't want to say close to reality. I think it skewed it too much. And just to have an actual Mr. Beast story, I don't know. It just never hit with me. It's like, you're okay, a Mr. Beast story in the midst of all these post-apocalyptic journeys, And this is a part that I hated. First of all, our robot actually looks pretty good. Let's look at him right there. They completely gave him blackface after that first issue.
They did.
Like, no problem, I guess. But I think like everybody just saw the issue they drew beforehand. They didn't realize the first one he didn't have blackface.
The eyes just seem silly to me.
Wait,
like
yeah.
it looks like
here's the funny part,
looks like
gang.
those googly.
Why does he have an N in his? Oh,
Okay, this is the entire thing that's been leading them forward. Is they've been following a signal where they've been saying his name, which is N8, and it's been Nate. And he actually has googly eyes because on the first issue he puts googly eyes on.
Oh, it's literally
James.
Yeah.
It is also hilarious that in issue 2, it's all about the prison, and then
Yeah.
they give him blackface.
Okay.
The robot.
the Al Jolson robot.
So he finds out that this chick is just calling for someone named Nate, basically. Like, Nate, we need your help. Everything's going to end without you, Nate. And it ends there. And then we get to the actual story. I say that because all these stories that I just showed you, the ones I liked, the ones I didn't like, the ones I laughed at, have nothing to do with the story. Only this one does. Only this one does. Everything else before this, short of the robots, has nothing to do with the last story. Only this one does. If you want to know what happens and what this story is about, instead of consuming all the little ones along the way, you only need to read this one. Until now, I say that because they're producing more. This one is actually a decent sort of love story. Let's go ahead and start off with the artistries again. I'm not used to reading this much credits. Once again, we're plagued by Mark Russell. Then we get for artist David Faraci, colorist Guy Major, and letterer Carlos M. Mangal. Again, Mr. Mangal. Get straight to the robots. I actually really enjoy the robots. I think for the most part, the robots are done perfectly. Not perfectly, but finally in these comics throughout them all. I think the artistry, other than the first one, I really didn't have much to complain about all the way through. And I don't here. We have our usual Mark Russell writing, very repetitive, very bloated. But he gets a little bit better with this one. Like I said, if you're not really a writer, you're not going to notice too much. If you don't dig in, stop, and start examining, you're probably not going to notice you read the word "that" 4 times in 3 panels. If you do, you will. And that continues throughout this one. So whenever we see Mark Russell on one of these, it becomes like it goes down the totem pole for me. So art-wise, I actually enjoy it. Story-wise, like the others, it's more grounded, but this one's actually taking place in the future, and it focuses primarily around these 2 lovers. One of them is shipped far away on this as a captain on this spaceship that's sort of testing diseases and stuff because they're smarter than we are, and they don't put them in America. They put them in space. So they're testing diseases in space, and suddenly the ship reappears, and her lover's on it, being the only survivor, saying that he came back for her specifically. This is another one I actually enjoy. Overall, I enjoy this series for the stories. They are grounded, not of law exterior personal events happen with people, short of this one that explains sort of how the world officially ended. And this is the only one you really have to read. One thing I like about this one is it takes place in the future. It has a lot of futuristic stuff, and the paneling works. You're getting some you're getting some sort of overlays here. You're getting some some skews going on. And all the paneling throughout this one really fits a lot with the storytelling. I like this train here. I've seen a lot of trains go by fast. I think this is my favorite because if you pay attention to the train, see if it shows here, it's not just white lines making it go swoosh, but a lot of the colors in the train look like they're slightly blurred off to the side for which the train would be moving against.
Nice.
Which is, yeah, I like that because you can see it going without a swoosh or without just random lines moving backwards next to a still image. They put some effort into the future here. This is closer to 100 years in the future. You see that with the architecture around the comic, and it suits it. I really enjoy the architecture as well as the character design. Let's look at these characters. Those are way better eyes. That's a lot of emotional expression going on then there. I like what the artist is doing here, skin tone wise, his skin colors, non-offensive. They don't look like putty or anything like that. They don't pull away from me. I enjoy it. And the space story is also good. It's about 2 lovers, and it goes back and forth between everything that they've been through and what sort of brought him to make this decision. End-wise,
criticize that bottom panel.
This one down here?
No, the on the left side.
This one?
Yeah, that does look like a man. That drawing.
It's a man.
It's mom.
That's ma'am.
Yeah, a little bit. Overall, I didn't like the ending on this one though because it did fell flat. And this was because we get to the robot section at the end of this issue. This is the robot section. We basically just kind of learn that The Earth's over, but the story continues. Guess what? Even though you just got to the end of a short story series with this continuous thread of what happened to the Earth, we're not stopping here. It's continuing with another Mark Russell fucking issue later on in the future. This may already be out. Overall, I don't like Mark Russell's writing, and I'm going to avoid shit that he writes for a couple years. This one is okay. The series overall is okay. As a collection of short story series, the only things that these really have in common is that they're about AI and the future. You can avoid, which ones can you avoid? You can avoid that one right off the back. The other ones, I actually think for the most part, these are okay stories. But like, you really don't have to read any of them but this one. And even then, the big whoop isn't that big, because once again, it's isolated to a single issues mini story, because it did not actually have anything to do with any of these other mini stories whatsoever. So the ultimate arc is isolated to a single issue, and I think that holds this back completely. Will I buy the next one? No, because Mark Russell's writing it. I expect it to look okay. I might, this would be good to go through to just check out the art again in some sequences. But once again, a lot of these are personal stories revolving around people. There's really not that much to check out other than people shit. There's not a lot of awesome, spectacular, interesting environments, alien atmospheres.
And you could always buy like every other issue. It's not a storyline. Exactly. So overall, I'd give this a solid 500,000. It's acceptable. The writing holds it back here and there. Each one of these can probably be graded differently. It would have been nice if they actually had something to do with each other. The covers are nice, though. That's cool. I like the covers. And it's got a good name, Terabyte. It's a good name. The name is good. I always thought the name was good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my review there, folks.
Good review, man. I'm not sold on this book. It's got good elements, but not my kind of story. But good to see.
There's not really much of a story there. I mean, frankly, if these all came out as a single volume, it would be nicer.
Nothing worth shredding, though. It's like
not really. I mean, the writing wasn't good, but it wasn't that offensive. It had issues, but it wasn't complete dog shit. That's why it's a solid 5. It's a basic comic. Not really much to write home about, except for small details here and there that I enjoyed. It's pretty basic. If you want to pick it up, you can pick it up. You don't want it, that's fine too. You're not missing much.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Good job.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's and each of these is $5. All right. So you're gonna pick these up separately. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, $25.
Which is about the average price of a comic.
It's about the average price. So it's basic, folks. Basic to the damn price. Yeah. That's basically the verdict, Give it to your grandmother.
Your grandma's gonna love it.
Yeah. Oh, almost forgot, and I should mention this. Let's go back here. Next week, you're going to want to join us because we are going to go where this show has never gone before, and we're going to dip in to a legendary comic and see if I got the balls to tear it apart. That is the InCal.
Oh,
we'll
you hear that, Rosario?
InCal
We're going to need to get you back on and have your review
next
on
week
as well. Cool.
Next week, baby. Cool. I got 90 pages to go, but they're pretty.
And our guest next week is going to be Bootlegger Comics, Chris number 2. So we're going to be looking at his Nostradamus effect on the first half of the show.
Oh, gosh.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Yeah. It was a letdown. It's got nice covers, though.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's good to see them trying to do different things, like non-episodic, like stories in the same world.
Yeah.
It could have gone differently.
It could have gone a lot of ways. It could always be worse, but always be better too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, some things work better in short stories than they do in comics, especially when you got things like everything set in the same location. I think that works better in a book than a comic.
I'd agree. you're you know,
because you have to think visually when you're making a comic. You have to understand that you're producing eye candy on a certain level, and that's got to be in the back of your mind all the time.
there wasn't a lot of that. It didn't revolve around a lot of eye candy. It was, like I said, they were mostly personal stories. So it was just a bunch of people and what they were talking about. Mostly set in singular locations.
Which is unfortunate.
Yeah. More like mid-bite instead of terror-bite.
Right. Well, I'm looking forward to the Incal. The Incal is is a major classic, and you're coming to it as a new reader as well. Like as you say, consumer.
That's going to be hard to review. I'm more than halfway through it now. I'm like thinking, man, this is going to be a difficult one.
Well, it's going to be fun to see your take and what you notice and what you take of it as well. Like, I think that's going to be the interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm down for that.
I will both please and offend folks with that one.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
It'll be fun.
I've
It's
read
funner
it a
than
long
this.
time ago, so I have fond memories of it. I don't want to spoil anything because you haven't finished reading it too. But it has an interesting ending. I'll just say that. So, I'm looking forward to see how you kind of put a bow on all that. And it's 300 pages, so it's not a small,
not a small read,
not a small read, not a small review.
Yeah, that I'm enjoying it though. It's what I would call what the fuck incarnate.
Yeah, I mean, well, it is kind of all the things that Jodorowsky couldn't put in his Dune movie. It's kind of an acid trip. It
is
Moebius. They were like on a kick. It was Heavy Metal magazine. This was early to late 80s. So it was produced during the 80s.
Yeah.
The colors are very psychedelic, almost like they were just bright colors. It's not your modern colors. It's not even like a lot of the colors are just flat, right, as I remember them.
Very flat. It works for it. That's kind of why I'm gonna hold off all future comments till next week. I'll talk about it till next week.
Yeah, that sounds good, man.
Yeah, got a lot to say about that one. I still have to form my opinions, and I'm gonna make a little clip to send you because it embodies. Not now, like the week of. It embodies how I felt while reading it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I gotta
it's
update your intro video as well.
Dude, that has scenes from a movie. That's a good movie, but it has a literal comic book monk in it. That's fucking hilarious. I added an opening sequence there.
Nice.
Was that the blackface robot?
The comic book monk? No. Yeah. That's negative space, folks. Subscribe.
Or as who said it? Was it Skeleton Co. said N-word space?
Is it?
Let me get
N-word space.
Get the comment. Yeah. Is it no, it's Zombie Boy. N-word space.
Well, we do have the hard art.
Yeah.
Hard art.
Corner the market on the N-word space. That's going to be our new our new name for it. Our new.
I mean, that's longer than the in
Negative
syllables.
space. N-word negative. No, negative's got 3.
N-word
is 2.
Still, I don't know. Doesn't flow off the tongue as hard. Negative.
You got to
space.
say it like angry too.
N-word space.
Yeah, you got to like commit to it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
All right, folks, this brings us to the shield time.
Little off course here. Ooh, holy mommy fucking shit.
Oh, there they are. Look at these gorgeous sons of bitches.
Yay.
Yeah. There we go. Brings us to the end of the show. I'm going to skip trailers tonight. Like my computer's completely overheated. I can't see anything that's being played. So we'll just do the shilling without the trailers tonight, if you don't mind. It's a bit late.
I don't have nothing to show for a couple weeks. That's cool.
All right. Well, that's cool. Well, we'll start with you then, James. Who has nothing to shill.
Hi, I got nothing to show. Subscribe to this channel if you like what you saw and more. We usually don't bring up Hitler as much, but you know, it's the internet.
Well, it was his birthday this week, so yesterday. So it's on theme. It's on theme. We got Reek Nikita. Am I saying it right?
Yeah. Claw.
All right. Nice. And Mr. Chris Fisk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see those the game cards that I shared this past week?
Yes, from your database, right? You built the database of your tools and weapons.
Yeah. Let me just do a quick share on that
Bring
because
it.
I'm really proud of those.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Let's see.
Because you had built a database of them a long time ago and you lost it, and now you're kind of like bringing it back, right?
Yeah. It's like one of the good things that AI can do. Because when I'm developing my tabletop role playing game system, I look to things that I enjoyed in other media for role playing games, action role playing games like Diablo or MMORPGs like World of Warcraft. One of the big aspects in those games that I really loved was something called loot chase, where you basically you got that exhilaration of getting new loot, getting new gear, putting it on, trying to get better all the time. You know, it's that core game loop of constantly getting new shit.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
how you get your players addicted, is the not knowing what they're going to get, but getting it in an irregular basis kind of a thing, right?
That's right.
So I just shared an image that I built of. Actually, I don't think I can full screen that.
Thank you, Wrangler.
But yeah. So as you can see here, I
you got
kind
the
of
whole
broke down.
diagram. Yeah.
Yeah, I broke down. So the art
Dude,
itself.
that looks great.
Thanks. Yeah. So the art itself isn't AI. That's legit stuff. Trust me, I can show you the literal receipts of how much money it cost me. One of my artists,
Literal receipts.
yeah. But one of my artists, Wang Jing, did the like anybody that's read the second book knows pretty much what this is. It's one of the weapons that the elves use. It's kind of their equivalent of a sidearm. It's called a weirin, which is Gaelic for blade. So it's like think of like a nightstick or a tonfa, but with blades. And just to show you some cooler stuff. Oops. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, in here we can see that the weapon itself. This is where the database came in super handy. This is literally the same weapon and the same quality. So we have like this quality rating, kind of like in our RPGs. You have the Curel system, which stands for common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary.
Yeah.
I've got a similar system where I use a star rating. And as we can see here, this is the common version of the weapon. And we swapped out, again, this is where the database comes in, where I can make quick changes that I just apply a material and boom, it changes the art. It changes some of the stats. You can see there's a little bit of difference in damage for the items, a little bit of difference in its load or its heft. And then even something called durability, which is when you use the weapon, got to roll a number. If you with a 20-sided die, if you get it over that number, then the weapon doesn't lose basically a condition level. So the item basically breaks, but you can repair it until it gets past this bar, and then it's just busted. But so as we can see here, this weapon can be made with 5 different materials. So I put into the database, fed it all in, and it pooped in the correct version. So we have one that's made out of hardwood, one that's made out of something called embril, which is basically orichalcum. It's like a mythical metal, and then weird stone, which is like a weird crystalline amber.
So you're measuring the actual quality of like how worn the tool is, right?
Yep, right down here. So you have pristine, used, worn, damaged, broken, and destroyed. And there's no difference with these 4 kind of condition levels. You can basically beat the shit out of it until it gets down to this. But once it crosses that line, it goes into broken. The weapon's damaged, weapon's unusable. And then when it gets to destroyed, you can't even like repair it. You can only harvest it for its materials or reforge it. So there's that. And then finally, here's some of the art showing you the quality differences. So this is the same weapon, same material, just different quality versions of it. So instead of Curel, we've got the crude, common, noble, royal, imperial, and legendary. And we can see that, you know, its initial when it goes to crude, it's kind of a hunk of shit. It's got the patina on it because the orichalcum's got like a coppery, it's like a coppery alloy. And then we have the common version. It's the no frills version. The noble version's got all these nice little etchings. And we start getting into the royal and imperial, and we start seeing how classy this thing can look. And then finally we get into legendary, and it can do all sorts of cool, like additional effects and stuff. And obviously the weapons damage values also increase with quality. And I conform to the same color patterns of gray, kind of neutral, green, blue, purple, and gold. And I'm not sure. What's up?
Are those all hand drawn, or is that where you use the AI to do the minute differences and stuff?
No. This is Wang Jing's art. I'm not playing that game with the AI stuff. Right. Half the time, like you go into Grok, half the time you're like, "Hey, give me this," and it turns out it's like a fucking like an elf with 8 arms or something. I'm like, "What the fuck is?" You know? So I kind of lost. Lost interest in that. And besides, I already had most of the assets before. Like we already had the art assets for the weapons models. Dude, I got like probably close to multiple gigs. I think I'll have to look it up, but multiple gigs worth of the weapons models. And then all these aspects. Like, God, I've spent so much money getting like, hey, I need a die. I need materials. You know. I'm not gonna. The only thing that I've used the AI for was to basically corral this chaos, because again, this is one weapon and there's hundreds of weapons in the game, and we've already seen that there's a whole bunch of things that go into just one weapon.
I like that color coding. I'm just waiting for it to go to plaid.
Yeah, it's gone. Was it ludicrous speed? But yeah. So I broke down all the stuff, and Cloud AI was awesome at digesting it. It actually was in a format that was like, hey, that I understood what you were telling me. So
the AI you're using for the database aspect to it and the stats and stuff, I'm not sure.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So I give it base stats. I define basically what they call a rubric, which is like, what is the default weapon, or what is the default stats for it?
Yeah.
Now, the default for it would be this, and this. Like, see, it's got this material. It's got these for its core stats. And then I start everything off at common. So when I feed it into the Cloud AI, I say, give me a common, for this example, a Wyvern. And it goes, oh, okay. So it's a short blade. It uses this art asset from the Wang Jing directory, and then it poops in the numbers, and then it throws in the I defined that it has this this stackable ability or whatever, this bonus thing that it applies to the weapon, and then it goes, oh, okay. Now what? I'm like, okay, well, now we're going to change the material. And it's like, well, what does that entail? It's like, oh, well, the durability goes up, or the weight goes up and there's slight damage increases or whatever, but it's still a 1-star condition. So then I go through all the so there's like a vertical and a lateral adjustment, and it's a whole bunch of shit that the human mind would explode trying to calculate.
Yeah, and are you printing all these cards?
Yes, these will all be printed.
Wow,
so
nice.
Yeah, Claude poops them out in PSD files because I basically hooked it up to my Photoshop.
Oh, it does the combo with the art assets and the you change
every
the
layer
numbers on the design. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, everything's a layer. I just tell Cloud change the weapon art layer. And then I named all of the image files. They're all PNGs, and it just goes in and goes, okay, boop. And it pops in the default one or whatever.
So you're gonna have character cards as well? Are you gonna have other than weapons, you're gonna have treasure, you're gonna have like the whole game system?
Yeah, the whole game system will be leveraged on cards. It's a tabletop role-playing game, but it's more of a hybrid. And I developed this back in 1990 when, God, dude, like I was a dyslexic, dumb kid, and I was not rich enough to afford all of the Dungeons and Dragons books. So I, stupidly thought, well, I could just make my own. And then I was like, well, what are things that I don't like about
Dude, I
AD&D
did the same
2.5?
thing.
Yeah, it's I think that's part of being, like that creative outlet as a kid. You get to express like stuff that you enjoy, and when you don't have the money, you gotta make do with what you got.
Yeah, and that's where D&D came from as well. It's like these people just writing down what they wanted and making their own game too, right? So,
yeah. So instead of just doing like your standard like dice rolls and paper and everything, I tried to simplify it down. Even though what I just described seems a hell like super complex, it really isn't. In fact, it's actually less intimidating than trying to learn Magic the Gathering.
Well, it sounds complex to make. It doesn't sound complex necessarily to pick it up and play.
Yeah, that's the idea. Is like let the creator shoulder all of the complexity. The end user.
Yeah, you do the work, Chris.
Well, yeah, because there's a lot of things about the tabletop experience that really, like I saw like years later. One of my former coworkers, he invited me over. We were playing some what the hell was it? AD&D 3 or 3.5 or whatever. And like you need a website to create your characters, and you can like accidentally like handicap them if you don't choose like the optimal build or like all this stuff. And it's like, this is a barrier to entry. Like a normal person will look at this and go, dude, I just want to sit down and kill some monsters or participate in an adventure. I don't need.
You want to get to playing as quick as possible.
Exactly. So we have pre-made characters, and a lot of the stuff is handled with cards. So you don't have to like write a whole bunch of shit down. You literally like, okay, here's my equipment, and you got like your armor cards, your weapons cards, and then the way that attacks or your combat system works is you have your weapon. So you put you throw your weapon down on the table. It's like, yep, this is a weapon I'm attacking with or whatever. And then you have like a hand of cards, which is dictated by your character's intelligence. Like it's like a memorization thing. And you basically have what are like active maneuver cards where, okay, I've got this Wyvern. Well, what can I do with it? Oh, well, I've got a bunch of skill points that I put into the short blades, which if you notice here, there's a short blades icon in the upper left representing the weapon type.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I got a short blade weapon skill that allows me to do like a stab or a hack or a slash or, some other thing, like slice and dice or whatever. And I just play that card. And boom, you roll the dice or whatever. The card tells you all you need to know. You don't have to go and look in like 30 different books or consult a website. It's just right there, So I'm hoping that I'll have this ready for play testing soon. But who knows, with the way the jobs and stuff's going, I might have to put this on a hiatus. But yeah, this is all what started the comic book stuff. Like the story of Infinitel Chronicles is based off of the Infinitel fantasy role-playing game system. And that's what we're seeing here. So,
dude, it's full circle back again. It's good, man. It's good to see it turn into a game. It's going to be its own thing.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Hopefully, people get inspired to get one from the other and back and forth.
Yeah. Well, I'm considering because have you ever heard of Sugar Chris?
No.
Okay, so he's been a prominent like streamer guy back in the day. He's taken a bit of a break, but I originally, when I started making the cards, I made a legendary magic staff for him called the Sugar Cane. And it was like a lollipop basically with like a spiral, like a barbershop or candy cane like shaft. And it was a legendary weapon, and it was his. And there would only be one of those cards in the deck when you get the deck. There's only one of them, And I was thinking, well, shit, maybe I could do that for for book 3's campaign as a perk, where you one of the perks is you get to build a legendary weapon, and I can again use Cloud to make like a web interface with drop downs, and you can fill out the form and be like, yeah, I just made a legendary. In this case, I made a legendary Wyvern here. And and it's called the awesome cockknocker or whatever.
Damn.
And there's only one of them, so
dude, that's gonna be interesting. Is the game like going to be just a set of cards, or are you like, do you have a board that goes along with it?
Oh yeah. It's not just a card game. There's an actual tabletop element to it.
Gotcha.
I printed out some 3D figurines, some resin ones. In fact, I gave for the second campaign, the first 10 backers each got one of those figurines, some randomly chosen one. But the idea is that the cards are there to simplify and shoulder the complexity of the game, but it's not a card game, the way that you'd think of like Magic the Gathering or Pokemon or something.
Is it a little bit like on the Hero Quest kind of side?
Yeah. Hero Quest is a really good example of the way that they treated a board game and made it into like a tabletop role-playing game.
Yeah.
Where this leverages a bit of the card aspects a little more, but Hero Quest did kind of have those cards too. So, yeah.
Yeah, it was back in the day before Magic and all that, so it didn't have a whole lot of complexity. It was pretty simple, but it was so much fun. I remember just really getting into it. It doesn't take much, man. Having a board, some cards, some dice, and minifigs, and boom, like your imagination goes wild, and you're in the scene, you're in the stories, you're in the world, and all that.
Yeah, and I mean that's part of the Infinitel Fantasy role-playing game system, was that it encourages you to make your own adventure, whereas with Dungeons and Dragons and a lot of these other tabletop role-playing games, they actually have like pre-crafted modules, and it's like, well, any player could just grab that module and read it, and they're like, oh, you can't meta game or whatever. And it's like, dude, like I'm not a member of the jury. Like I've read the story. I know what's going to happen. You're going to railroad me through this experience. Whereas with the Infinitel system, there's a whole mechanic setup where it encourages narrators, which are like this game's version of DMs or dungeon masters.
Sure.
That they make their own story, and it has that whole the 3 to 5 act structure, and it's got a system where it's like, you know what, my players don't give a shit about role playing. They want to beat the shit out of each other. Okay, here you go. Here's the combat system. Go have fun.
Nice.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I've learned that you can't shoehorn player. Like you have to identify your audience when you're as a narrator or as a DM. Like, what kind of players do I want? Are they gonna, are they super serious? I want to role play a story. Okay, well then we've got the rules for that. But it's the other guys where I remember one time I came down to the library because that's where we had the games. And the players had already, like I was a little late to the session, and the players were just basically fighting each other. They were putting up like loot cards or treasure or whatever, and they were fighting each other. It was like, okay, we're in an arena beating the shit out of each other. Oh, I win. So he gets all the cards.
Yeah, it's about using the game mechanics and just having fun doing sparring matches.
Yeah. And it, they up the ante. Sometimes they'd be like, "Oh, dude, Steven just put down the legendary. He means business."
Dude, that sounds so cool, man. especially the
Yeah.
cards are beautiful. So it's going to be a great, great game to be looking at on the table for sure.
Oh yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I'm hoping that I can have more representations of the equipment, so we see the armor, the other weapons other than this one little wear-in, which was like my proof of concept.
Do you have an ETA?
Yeah.
I mean, I hate that question myself, so I don't know why I'm asking you, but this is sparking my curiosity. But you don't have to answer that, of course.
I want I wish I could give an ETA. Mainly, I can't because of a lot of chaotic factors that are beyond my control. Mainly financing. Let's just say that the job situation for a lot of us is tenuous at best. And the moment I, go into a situation where I don't have an income anymore, things like this go away. It becomes survival first.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. It makes a lot of sense. Dude, it is amazing. And well, the fact that you can do it all in digital and that you've already got the art for it is kind of impressive too. I'm loving it.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man.
Check it out, Infinitel Chronicles. I'm gonna have to pick up number 2. Hold on. Do we got it's just us 3. The boys have gone to bed. But it's all good. We're at the end of the show, and we're about ready to outro, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you for watching. As always, you can follow me on retailcomic.com.
Yeah, you forgot.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I was being a big mouth. Sorry, Wrangler.
All right. Well, you can find my books on Amazon. You got Haley Star Bad Kitty and Bad Kitty Haley's World. These are a lot of fun, action adventure, and it's good for all ages. So if you want to have a good time and share it with your kids, then these are the books you're looking for. Book 1, I'd say, is good 10 and up. Book 2, I'd say, is good 13 and up. I'm currently working on book 3, and I would say that one, they mature a little bit as they go. So that one's going to be 16 and up. But you can find these on Amazon. Type in Bad Kitty and Frequency Studios. They'll pop right up. Also, don't forget, I have a YouTube channel. Do a channel search for @Wrangler212. We have a show every Monday night starting at 8:05 p.m. Eastern.
That's right.
It's the weekly Wing It. Yesterday's show is not available at the moment. I got to go in and edit some stuff
It's
out.
that Street Fighter 2 trailer. I brought down the Commandos too.
Apparently, here's the thing. That is legal fair use.
It is.
But YouTube doesn't care. The algorithm said, WWF, the World Wrestling Federation, says that they own this and nobody's allowed to have it on YouTube, even though we used it in a fair use context.
It's bullshit.
So
it's bullshit. And I think YouTube is gonna get changed soon because
and I'm not calling it entertainment. That's bullshit. I know the difference between a wrestler and a panda. It's World Wrestling Federation, WWF. Suck it, you big giant panda. I can tell the difference.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, but all that language you just heard out of my mouth, you won't see that in these books. These are clean.
That's
all right. You can also check out my Substack over at Frequency Studios. I have a short story set in the same universe, following some LA detectives trying to find a missing person. And you can follow me over on the X Twitter, where I'm under Frequency Studios. Just dropped the first E out of that. And you follow me over there. And, sometimes I occasionally post something worth reading. Not too often, but now and then I post something over there. Anyway, and you could. I also want to shout out Maji Chan's book, The Legend of Shalar. It's SHELLAR. Go check that out. Brand new book. She just released it a couple weeks ago. A nice little fantasy adventure. Go check that out. It's available on Amazon. And that's about do it for me.
Wonderful. Well, thank you everybody for watching all the way to the end. We appreciate you. Make sure you like and subscribe, especially like and subscribe on YouTube. If you're watching this on Twitter, we appreciate you. And that's it for the end of the show. So follow me on retailcomic.com and follow all these beautiful people and back SuperKillers if you haven't done so already. I'll see you next week.
walls.